All right, hell yeah! Everybody's favorite show's back. Wednesday! Let's fucking do it.
Just listen up, motherfuckers, I'm about to spit. Like the world's greatest show, yeah, this is it. It is, if I'm getting insane. This dude's out of his mind, that's his message name. When show on drops, it's time to begin. To talk about chats and make fun of them. Let it trash roll over, the world's on fire. We are parody, shit's getting dire. Religious bullshit, no one make you feel like dying. Cause you touch your more children and only you might need. Go from zeros to heroes just for one day. It's the world's greatest show and it's coming your way.
Get pumped! Rock!
It's time for the Dusty Show. It's time for the Dusty Show. And we never grow. Time for the Dusty Show. It's time for the Dusty Show. And we never grow. Time for the Dusty Show.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Only so much dancing I can do in my bed. I'm doing the best I can. I'm 50 years young. Hey, what the fuck's up, everybody? Welcome to the universe's only news program. It's the Dusty Show. And hell yeah, we're back on this beautiful Wednesday. Thank you guys for joining me. Might have noticed we missed the Monday show. Hey, I have a good excuse. Real good excuse, y'all. I was sleeping. Yep, I was sleeping. I'm fucking exhausted, y'all. I'm goddamn exhausted. I need more rest. I literally slept for 36 hours straight, okay? And, hey, at least, though, we know one thing's true. I told you guys I was going to work on my book all weekend and finish it. And I even missed Monday's show, so I had extra time to work on it. So if we know one thing, it's that I am a true teller, and now my book is complete. What's that? You're a liar. I'm a dirty liar. I'm a dirty liar, folks. Did not work on it a single minute. Not a single minute. You know what I did? I slept and I played a video game. Spell Rogue. I'm addicted to these card battlers. I played it before. They just released 1.0. And I was like, fuck it. I'm back in, baby. And I played it all fucking weekend. Did I beat it? No. Okay, there's 4 characters. You got to get 4 gems. A gem for each character. I did that part. And then you got to beat it again. Didn't do that part. I was like, fuck it. This is too hard. Gave up. Went to sleep. And I had some unfortunate news of the family variety this week. Another reason that I missed the show. I just needed a mental health day. They had to commit my grandmother, which is not great. Sometimes you reach the age, I guess, and you have just mental declines where you become a danger to yourself and the other people around you, and you become just too much for anybody to take care of, and that's kind of the situation we ran into. She's 93 years old, but she's still spry. And with the weapon, could be very dangerous. So I'm thinking about my grandma. I know she's scared. I know it's a bad situation. I hope, maybe she's having fun. Maybe she doesn't even know what the fuck's going on. And it's having a great time. I don't know. But anyway, I had to take a little mental health. Take some time for myself. Catch up on my sleep. But I did it, baby. Oh, yeah, I did it. And we're back and perfectly powdered, as all things should be. So let's go ahead and kick the show off, folks. Got a big one for you tonight since I missed a day. It's always a big one. We missed a goddamn day. Look at this. Look at this. Humongous, huge. It's even zoomed out to 67%. Let's zoom it into 100%. Boom. Now look at this shit. What? How do I do it? How do I put something this gigantic together? Hey, I'm used to handling big things, baby. Yeah. Anyway. Let's go ahead and get the show off, folks. As always, super chats are open. It's the lifeblood of the show. You know how it works. You click this button. It's the money button. Boom. And then you click super chats. And then you donate $500. Yay! Or whatever. I guess you could donate less if you're poor. But $500 is also cool. Anyway, I'm not greedy. I'm just a lot greedy. So, hey, hook me up. I only make money off what you users donate. So if you like the show, please support it so I can buy food and live. That would be fun. I think I've lost weight, too. Somebody said the other day. Left me a message. They were like, hey, since you've been taking the Mexican Ozempic, Dusty, you're even more clever and hilarious than usual. And I'm like, no, you know what it is? You know what it is? I just lost some weight, and I'm hotter now, and you're very superficial. That's right. You're like, tell me some more jokes, Daddy Dusty. Yeah, I see right through you guys. Fucking superficial. I don't blame you. And all right, let's go ahead and get the show started, folks. You know what time it is. Time for some Chud Watch. Somewhere on here, it's definitely time. I'm going to find it. There you go. I gotta turn my air conditioner on. It's getting hot in here. Not gonna take up all my clothes though. Not gonna put you through that. And first off, let's cover what the economy's up to this week. Been 4 days since my last show, folks, and I gotta say I was unplugged the whole time. I did not even look at the fucking news. It was glorious, but now I gotta catch all up. I gotta reboot my brain of what the fuck's going on. And bad. It's all bad. Ford Motor tariffs say the tariffs will cost $1.5 billion this year. $1.5 billion. Yeah, more money out of your pocket to pay for the same shit. Hey, every dollar of it's going to Elon Musk and Donald Trump. So cool. I, for one, am looking forward to going bankrupt so the billionaires can have more money. I'm an American. It's my God-given duty. And Ford Motors also announces price hikes due to auto tariffs. Yeah, they're saying the new car you want is going to be $2,000 more. You don't get $2,000 more car. It's the exact same car you would get for $2,000 less, but you just got to pay $2,000 more because our billionaires don't want to pay taxes, and so they've shifted the tax burden onto you and me, the biggest suckers and losers on this planet. So hooray us. Everything going terrific in America. And lepers eat your face party. Cultist GameStop CEO. So GameStop having to raise all their prices, but here's the rub. They want to misinform you. It's 100% because of the tariffs. 1 trillion% because of the tariffs. But they don't want to fucking tell you that. So basically, they're hiding it from you. Here is the GameStop CEO, who is a huge fucking Trumper. If you got any money in the GameStop meme stock, fuck you. Microsoft is raising the price of its Xbox console. Why? Why are they doing that? Tell me, please. He's not going to. Games and accessories worldwide amid ongoing tariff uncertainty. That's not what he said, though. Here's what he says. We know price changes aren't easy, and we want to be transparent with our community. So he's not being transparent in any way whatsoever. These decisions come from Microsoft and reflect broader shifts in the industry. Yeah, what broader shifts are those? What could be causing these broader shifts that suddenly come up? Including raising development costs? No, that's not it. And evolving marketing conditions? No, that's not it. At GameStop, we remain committed to making the prices higher by shilling for Donald Trump and fucking everybody over with these bullshit tariffs. Yes, that's what they did. Here's the same guy. Trump. It's about Trump derangement syndrome. Trump is the shit. Donald Trump. Yeah, I wonder what those market conditions could be. That's causing prices to go up for your customers. We're all trying to figure out who's responsible for this. Must be the market. And if you don't believe me on how bad things are getting, folks, let's listen to a guy on the front lines. The head of the Port Authority in Los Angeles. No single person is getting more real-time data about the economy than this guy. Let's listen to what he has to say about it.
Just describe for us, let's take a beat, really frame it for us, how much volume has just dropped off in the last few weeks?
Yeah, about a third of the import volume, which means give or take about 50,000 20-foot equivalent units gone off the arrivals coming in next week.
So from next week is when you expect to see this really hit?
That's correct, and that matches up. The announcement's back on April 2nd, then on April 8th, a little bit of a change on everybody, ex-China, Mexico, Canada, and those arrivals are coming at us this weekend.
We'll, of course, dedicate time to your port, but I'm just wondering how you're anticipating this rolls and ripples through the economy from here, how it hits trucking, when this turns up on the shelf. What's the distance, the time from when you see a drop-off in volume and when we, as consumers, see the shortages?
Right, so CEOs are telling me, hit the pause button, right? I'm not going to import anymore at these kind of prices. Let's wait and see. I don't know if it's going to be 2 hours, 2 days, or 2 weeks till I get some clarity. Then hiring off the table for right now. Capital investment, pause. And the retailers are telling me that realistically, with even the 10%, I'm going to have to pass it on to the consumers.
So how much is this really coming from all over? It's not just about China. This is about really global trade coming to a standstill until there is a much greater degree of certainty and a much lower tariff rate than even the baseline that's been put out there.
Yeah, when I was last with you all, Lisa, I said global trade's going to slow, economies will follow, and that's exactly what we're seeing. Back in November, so many of us were...
Anyway, long story short, we fuck dog shit. It's all dog shit. U.S. worldwide shipping container exports by ocean carrier fell 78.4% in April. Did not need to happen. A complete unforced error. We just shot ourselves in the dick because we elected this orange goof who's either trying to destroy the country on purpose or just he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. I can't even figure it out, y'all. I don't even know if he's just incompetent or he's on the payroll of somebody. The first boats carrying Chinese goods with 145% tariffs are arriving in L.A. They're half full. Expect shortages soon. Yep, time to do some panic shopping, everybody. Get your toilet paper while you still can. It's fine. We can just take showers after every poop. You know you want to. And Chinese discount Temu. Remember Temu? They're like the cheaper version of Amazon with shitty Chinese products. We can't even buy Temu anymore. I thought this was America. But nope. New America, Chinese discount outlet Temu, halt shipping to U.S. And I ain't never bought nothing from Temu, to be honest with you. But very popular amongst Americans. So nope, not anymore. Are we free yet, folks? Great as shit now. But I gotta hand it to the Chinese public for their masterful trolling of the American populace. They put out several new AI videos mocking the ever-loving fuck out of us. Let's review a couple of them.
My name is John. I used to believe this country was a beacon of freedom. I work hard, going out early and coming back late every day. For my family, for my kids. But what's the reality? I've been working my ass off for 20 years, yet I can't even afford my kids' medical bills. Our government told me hard work pays off, but all I see is that Wall Street elites are manipulating the finance.
They're getting
Politicians are taking bribes, and it seems like Israel is the real power pulling the strings behind us.
Oh shit, they went there!
And we, ordinary people, can only struggle to survive. They say we're a democratic country, but look at those scandals.
Nope, we're not.
Politicians are blatantly corrupt for votes and money.
Yep. Vote doesn't
Behind every
count.
scandal, countless amounts of money disappear. Who took that money? Not me, not you. It's those people up high.
Nancy Pelosi, fuck
But I
her!
don't want to stay silent anymore.
Don't
The
do it.
politicians in this country are completely rotten. Those corrupt politicians and blood-sucking elites. I want the world to see that America's freedom is nothing but a lie.
We already know, baby. We're ahead of you.
I choose to stand up. I'm doing this for my kids and for all the ordinary people who've been cheated.
I don't care about our kids.
This time, I'll fight for a real future in my own way.
Literally nobody in this fucking country gives a shit about the kids, okay? That should be obvious by our gun laws. And welcome! So, asked Donald Trump outright, hey, are you okay if the country goes into a recession? What do you think he said? What do you think he
Period of
said?
time, if you are able to achieve your,
Going to be the greatest windfall ever happened.
and that's my question,
Remember
the
this.
long term.
Yeah.
Is it okay in the short term to have a
Remember
recession?
this. Look, everything's okay.
Yeah, sure, baby. Everything's okay. Recession, procession, who gives a shit? Hey, you know who's not having a recession? This dude right here. I just made billions of dollars on the name of the presidency. I am making money hand over fist, never been richer. So who gives a shit about the American people? Look. These dumbass suckers and losers elected me, a 34 times convicted felon, a con artist. They knew what the fuck I was going to do, and they elected me anyway. Fuck these idiots. It's hilarious watching them squirm. I hope you eat your cat food and die, morons. That's basically what he's saying. And they're asking all over the place, hey, what about these tariffs? Mattel's like, yeah, prices going up. All your kids' toys going up. Mattel Inc., the maker of Barbie dolls, Hot Wheels cars, and other popular toys, said Monday that it would have to raise prices for some products sold in the U.S. where necessary to offset higher costs related to President Donald Trump's tariffs. What? Trump specifically said that we don't pay for the tariffs. It wasn't a huge tax increase on the middle class and the poor. No, baby. The fucking companies are eating the tariffs, right? No, of course not. And, but hey, if there's one thing I know about Donald Trump, is how much he gives a shit about the pain being suffered by the American people and their children. Oh, what's that? Yeah, no, he's not. He thinks it's hilarious that you guys are having a shitty Christmas. Don't believe me? Here he is saying it multiple times that your kids have too many toys. Hard to hear the question, but basically he's saying, hey, you said that American citizens' kids don't need more than 2 dolls. Wasn't that a really stupid and fucked up thing to say?
Listen. All I'm saying is that a you know that a young lady, a 10-year-old girl, 9-year-old girl.
Especially girls. Okay, I think I speak to everybody when I say fuck girls, especially fuck young girls. I mean, not that way, but, in the other way.
15-year-old girl.
15?
Doesn't need
Why is a 15-year-old girl playing with dolls?
37 dolls.
Doesn't need 7
You
dolls.
can be very happy with 2 or 3.
2 or 3 or 4 or 5, not 7.
I would. Let's not waste a lot of time on stupid.
That's not
What else?
it was such a stupid question. Yeah, I know. I fucking downplayed American kids having a good Christmas with lots of things. Such a stupid question. Why are you asking me about the welfare of American children? God damn it. Ask me about how handsome and like Elvis I look or something. Something serious. Not to be outdone by Trump. Trump doubles and triples down on it again.
Talk about the tariffs. And I want to ask you about something you said this week. Got a lot of attention. You were at your cabinet meeting. You said, quote, I'm going to quote what you said, maybe the children will have $2 instead of $30.
Yeah.
And maybe the $2 will cost a couple of bucks more than they would normally.
Yeah.
Are you saying that your tariffs will cause some prices to go up?
No, I
Yes, then why are the dolls costing more? That's literally what you're saying.
think tariffs are going to be great for us because it's going to make us rich.
But you said some dolls are going to cost more. Isn't that an acknowledgement that some prices will go up?
I don't think a beautiful baby girl that's 11 years old needs to have 30 dolls. I think they can have 3 dolls or 4 dolls.
That's right.
Because what we were doing with China was just unbelievable.
No, we were buying so much product from China. We were buying way, way more from China than they were buying for us. Now, some people, dumbasses, might say, hey, that's because America's a much, much more wealthy country than China, which means obviously we're going to buy more from them than they buy from us, but not so fast, baby. I got a surefire plan to stop this, okay? All I have to do is make America as poor as China, and then, boom, we're going to trade on an equal level, baby. Fucking art of the deal. And, hey, if your kid, especially your daughter, has to get less presents, so be it. Hey, is she an American or not, all right? Or is she a commie traitor? That's all I fucking know. You will take no dolls and no Christmas, and you'll like it, dumbass Americans. Doubling down. They're all doubling down. They asked Commerce Secretary Scott Bassett about it. Here's his comments. Is that it? That ain't fucking it. Oh, no, this is where he's saying that despite what Trump has been promising, they had no negotiation with China. Remember, last show he was like, reporter asking, according to reports, China is not negotiating with you at all. And he's like, oh, that's funny. We had a meeting with them this morning. And they're like, who had a meeting with China? I can't tell you, but just believe me. And I don't believe you. And it turns out he was lying, which, he was talking. So obviously he was fucking lying. And that's basically what it said, folks. You will own nothing and you will be happy. Yeah, true story. Here's what sent when he's asked about Trump saying your kid doesn't need toys for Christmas.
The other thing, too, is this reporter behind me was quite snarky the other day when President Trump talked about the girl having 2 dolls. And he said, well, what? President didn't take the question, but he said, what would you tell that girl? And I said, I would tell that young girl that you will have a better life than your parents. That's right. That you and your family, thanks to President Trump, can now be confident again that you will have a better life than your parents.
How? How does me getting us dolls for Christmas ensure I have a better future? It doesn't. How does upping prices 30% in order to give billionaires and $1 trillion tax cuts help me in any way? It doesn't. In fact, it makes your parents have less money to make sure that they have less money to give you in your inheritance, which makes it even less likely you'll be able to buy a house or have kids or anything. Obviously, this is complete fucking bullshit, but even if it was true, how are you going to tell an 11-year-old, sorry, Susie, you can't have more dolls and presents this Christmas, but you'll thank me someday when you're able to buy a house? Them kids don't give a shit about no house.
Class Americans had abandoned that idea. Your family will own a home. You will be able to advance. You will have a good education.
Yeah, they're destroying education completely. They've absolutely destroyed education. But hey, just believe me, everything will be puppy dogs and rainbows if you give away your dolls. And yep, maybe your kids will get just 2 dolls for Christmas. Hey, your kids, not my kids. Hey, you stupid fucking morons. I'm not talking about my kid. My kid gets to shit in a golden toilet, okay? My kid gets to live in a golden fucking tower. My kid gets to drive around in a golden fucking buggy. My kid has more money than he'll ever know what to fucking do with. But your dumbass kids, because you're ignorant, pathetic, stupid suckers and losers, your kids don't need any fucking Christmas presents. Your kids can fucking beg on the street like the little match girl. Fuck your kids. And hey, I'm with Donald Trump. Fuck all your kids. If you guys don't give a shit about your kids, why the fuck should I? And it's clear you don't. You're like, yes, daddy. Yes, daddy. Punish my kids more, daddy. Just fuck all y'all. I'm glad your kids don't have any toys. I hope your kids don't get shit. Less money for your kids mean less likely they'll be able to survive and pass your stupid inferior genes on. We need smarter people that can fucking stand up for their goddamn selves. You fucking cucks. Just ridiculous. It's basically the same shit. Does your daughter really need more than $2? No, our kids don't need fucking shit, okay? Except for maybe concentration camps. Ship us off. That's where we goddamn belong. Dumbest motherfuckers to ever live. Anger is the correct emotion for this. The fact that we ain't riding in the streets just proves how goddamn useless this whole fucking country is. And Bassett, children should thank Trump for fewer toys. Yeah, Daddy Trump, thank you for ruining Christmas. Fucking the Grinch. But Dunning-Kruger in full effect, folks. We got some economics professors, these maggots who suddenly know everything about tariffs and how the economy works. Let's see if this guy is smart enough to trust.
Tariffs, I think those are huge. If you think about it, Andrew Jackson, when he was the president, it was all tariffs. Okay, like this country was great
right before
because
the
of that.
Great Depression.
And it's going to take time, right, guys?
Right.
It's going to take time. But if you give it a little, time, you're going to start seeing the benefit of tariffs.
It's religion, folks. Hey, just trust me. Hey, Jesus is coming back any 5 seconds now. Just have faith. You know what the problem is? You guys don't have faith in Trump. More faith, motherfuckers. But yo, I'm all out of faith. You stupid sacks of shit. And the Fed holding interest rates steady. There's some talk the Fed might cut interest rates because inflation was going on under the Biden Inflation Act. But no longer, baby, all these tariffs, hiking everything about 30%. So we were supposed to get a rate cut this year, but nope, not going to get a rate cut this year because inflation going through the roof. Unforced. And here's a Powell who runs the Fed telling us all about it.
If the large increases in tariffs that have been announced are sustained, they're likely to generate a rise in inflation, a slowdown in economic growth, and an increase in unemployment. The effects on inflation could be short-lived, reflecting a one-time shift in the price level.
That's some fine reading you're doing there, pal.
It is also possible that the inflationary effects could instead be more persistent.
Yeah, that one.
Avoiding that outcome will depend on the size of the tariff effects, on how long it takes for them to pass through fully into prices, and ultimately on keeping longer-term inflation expectations well anchored.
So we're fucked, basically. That's what the Fed is saying. Not going to reduce rates at all. He's fucked up the entire economy for no goddamn reason. So rates not coming down. And then they ask Welker, the reporter Welker asking Trump, hey, when's it going to become your economy? When are you going to take responsibility for this? And once again, Art imitating life because he said exactly here what I said on the last show. Trump's like, when the economy does something good, it's mine, baby, that's my economy. And then when it does something bad, that's all Biden. Here he is saying the exact same shit.
When does it become the Trump economy?
It partially is right now. I think the good parts are the Trump economy and the bad parts are the Biden economy.
Oh, it's amazing how that always works out in your favor. Reminds me of how Christians talk about God. Hey, if something bad happens in your life, that's the devil. And when something good happens, it's God, baby. It's a no-lose situation somehow. Meanwhile, you want to know why Trump ain't worried about the economy? You want to know why Trump ain't worried about your kids having a good Christmas? It's because Trump Tower and Dubai condos go on sale for $20 million each. Yeah, our president making all kinds of money off the presidency. So, hey, if you want to bribe the president, one of the many, many legal ways he has set up for you to bribe, just buy one of his condos in Dubai for $20 million. You can buy a whole bunch of, buy a fucking floor if you want a lot of influence, okay? We don't have to launder the money. We don't have to clean it. It's all fucking perfectly legal. And that's why he ain't worried about it. And, yep, Trump family's net worth has increased by $2.9 billion due to crypto investments alone. Just one thing. Up there with his Melania scam coin, up there with his Trump scam coin, ways that you can legally bribe the president. $2.9 billion on this one thing. More than any president, more than all the presidents in the history of this nation combined have made, folks. The complete sellout of the White House and the American people, but good. The most American president ever. I love it, folks. I love it. Idiots still out there like, they took this away from us and gave us dating apps instead. I will bring back galas. Motherfucker, nobody took galas away from you. Galas still exist. You ain't invited. You ain't never been invited. You won't never be invited. They just had the Met Gala last night, okay? And believe me, they didn't accidentally lose your invitation. It's a big party and you ain't fucking invited, motherfucker. None of us invited. It's just rich assholes wearing gaudy shit. And it's all about social media. And I think I speak for a lot of people when I say, oh my God, shut the fuck up already. Who gives a goddamn shit about these stupid celebrities and the dumbass fucking shit they're wearing? Oh God, just kill yourselves. Just so fucking stupid. Who is the worst dress of the gala? Kill yourself. And in economic news, apparently even Weight Watchers going out of business. If Weight Watchers can't survive, what chance does the rest of us have? This is actually pretty good news, to be honest with you. Weight Watchers going out of business because everybody's on the drugs. People own that Ozempic, the Wegovy, or whatever the fuck it's called, y'all. And we don't need to watch our weight anymore. So long, Weight Watchers. We hardly knew you, but good. I can't wait to a nation full of skinny, hot people. I'll still be disgusted by them, but at least I'll be horny when I'm disgusted. MAGA tears out there. Stephanie M. Baker says, I'll admit it, I voted last election after years of saying my vote wouldn't matter. Between the choices we were given, I chose Trump, and now I regret it. My husband and I worked our whole lives, paid into the system like we were supposed to. Now we're both disabled. Can't work, and we're struggling just to survive. Oopsie! That seems like you should have voted for Trump in your situation. That seems like a little bit on you, to be honest with you. I can't wait to watch you die. Our home is paid off, thankfully, and not thankfully for me. I would hope that you would lose it, and then your old crippled ass would be out of the fucking street where you belong. But we're behind on land taxes. Oh, good. Finally, some good news. Because they don't take payments. Yep, oopsies. Our power bill is through the roof. Cut it off. Darkness for you. We get SNAP. You did get SNAP. But now I'm reading Trump wants to ban processed food and sugar on SNAP, and we're fat. We can't live on unprocessed unsugary foods. If that happens, we won't be able to even afford food for the month. Good. Quit trying to... Anyway, let's be hit real. Healthy, non-processed food costs more than what we get in benefits for the entire month. That's true. And on top of that, they're trying to force everyone to pay back student loans. Oh, you don't have student loans, do you? You voted for Trump, you got student loans? Woo, okay. While foreigners come here and get free education, who? What foreigners getting fucking free education? You lie. See, this is why you're losing everything, because you're this stupid, because they have convinced you that other poor people are your enemy. And even though you're getting fucked, like your anus is prolapsed, you've been fucked so hard, you're still looking over and blaming other poor people for your fucking problems, which means fuck you even harder, okay? So, did I make the wrong choice voting for Trump? Yeah, bitch! What are you talking about? 100% yes. But looking at the other option, was there ever really a right one? Yeah, there's a better option. I mean, not good, but way better, dummy. And more MAGA tears shoot in my veins. It's delicious and salty. We voted for Trump. Not now. Anyway, let's see what happened to these geniuses. Lumpkin, Georgia. You're just making up names now. Just a couple of miles from one of the largest immigration detention centers in the country. Oopsie, I like where this is going. Martin Verity, that sounds forward. And Deborah Ray has little marks on it. That's super forward. They're going to deport the shit out of you guys. Sat on the back porch of a modest hospitality house waiting to see their son. Oopsies, what happened to their son? They had driven 9 hours from North Carolina to visit him at Stewart Detention Center, where he has been held by Immigration and Customs Enforcement for weeks. But this isn't the story of undocumented immigration. Their son, Augustine Gentile, is a green card holder, but is he brown? He's also the father of 2 young U.S. citizens, but how brown are they all? And he's been in the country since he was a toddler, but was he really in the country or was he brown in the country? It's different. This is craziness, say the people that voted for this to happen. Yeah, you got what you voted for. Okay, you didn't think it was going to hurt you, but it hurt your son. So, oopsies. I hope he never forgives you. I know I goddamn won't. And what more on the MAGA terrorists just for fun? Hello, Facebook friends. I ain't your fucking friend, Darren Sean Phelps. I want to clarify my position on some things. Oh, goody. Yes, I am still a Republican. All right, well, then die. Yes, I'm still against what the Biden-Harris administration was doing. I mean, if you're talking about the genocide of the Palestinian people, yeah. But if it's not that, and I'm sure it's not, you're just a dumbass. Yes, I still do not support Kamala Harris. However, just because I disagree with the Democratic political position does not mean I have to agree with what I am seeing from many news sources, what Donald Trump is doing to this country. I deeply regret voting for Donald Trump. I made my decision to vote for him based on my desire to keep Harris from becoming president and based on Trump's performance during the first term. Here's the crazy part. What is it you guys loved about Trump's first term? Do you guys remember? Okay, we had COVID. The entire country was locked down. Remember that shit? Remember thousands of people died? You couldn't visit your grandma. Remember that shit? What are you guys talking about? Oh, man, I love when Trump was president. Yeah, I mean, he left the presidency losing millions of jobs. First time this happened in 40 years. Literally destroyed the whole place. Thousands of people died needlessly. He disbanded the pandemic response team right before the worst pandemic in this country in the last 100 years hit, and it killed thousands of Americans for no goddamn reasons. Then he fecklessly handled the goddamn thing. Okay, it was a nightmare. God damn it, take me back to those days. Just, there's no helping these people. They don't have the memories of fucking goldfish. They can't remember what happened 4 fucking years ago. And so even if Donald Trump runs again in 4 years, they're still going to vote for him. This woman will vote for Donald Trump in 4 years. She'll be like, I had to because of the trans people. I didn't want to, but the trans people. So there's no helping you. I'm not going to read the rest of this. Basically, she's just a dumbass and doesn't deserve to breathe. And then in concentration camp news, AOC is publicly mocking Tom Hallman. The right-wing blogosphere influencers are calling for AOC to be arrested for using her free speech rights to tell other people what their rights are constitutionally. Seems bad. AOC is publicly mocking Tom Hallman. We're literally all mocking Tom Hallman, okay? She's not special. If you don't want it getting worse, make an example out of her. Yeah, if you don't want people willy-nilly going around using their free speech to criticize anybody in the government they want, then now's our chance. Make an example out of AOC. Time to stop fucking around and end this nonsense. Yeah, time to end all this nonsense of free speech and the Constitution and First Amendment. Where has that ever gotten us? Okay, free speech is only for people saying the N-word. Everybody else, straight to the concentration camps. And Welger asking Trump about this shit. It's like, hey, the Constitution says that you can't just deport people without due process. That's what it said. It's real specific. In fact, do you believe the Constitution, what it says? And what do you think Trump said?
Your Secretary of State says everyone who's here, citizens and non-citizens, deserve due process. Do you agree, Mr. President?
I don't know. I'm not a lawyer. I don't know.
I love Trump, how when he wants to know something, no one has ever known more than him. But when he doesn't want to know something, he knows nothing fucking about it. He's the dumbest motherfucker. Constitution, my lawyers, I can't even read, okay? I'm just dependent on them to tell me what it says, so whatever.
Don't you need to uphold the Constitution of the United States as president?
I don't know. I have to respond by saying again, I have brilliant lawyers that work for me.
So translation, he knows he's violating the Constitution, but he can't just admit it. So he's just saying that he doesn't know, and his lawyers are telling him the wrong thing. That's what they always do.
And they are going to obviously follow what the Supreme Court said.
Obviously, literally the Supreme Court told you to bring Garcia home a month ago, and you guys said no, and nothing ever happened to you. They didn't do anything to you. You literally said, I'm above the Supreme Court. I'm a dictator, and you are. You are, right? We all know you are, so you keep saying you're going to do what the Supreme Court says, but you literally did not do what the Supreme Court said. So the DNA test says that is a lie. And I don't know what that means. That means nothing. And hey, 19-year-old who was brought to America at age 4 got pulled over for not using a turn signal. She was shackled and is now in ICE custody for a month. Our country has become oppressive hell for non-citizens, and this is why nobody's coming to this fucking country anymore. Why would you? Why would you? Take the risk. You might get sent to the concentration camps. Even our own citizens aren't safe in this country. After a traffic stop for turning right on a red light, hey, straight to prison for that one. In Dalton on Monday, a 19-year-old Dalton State student is now facing possible deportation. Friends say, I'm not pronouncing that name, who has lived in Whitfield County since she was 4, was taken to Stewart Detention Center wearing chains around her wrists and ankles. There, she'll wait for a little over a month before she appears before a judge. Yay, imagine you're just a normal student, never did anything wrong, never broken any laws, you're here legally. Next thing you know, you're in chains for a fucking month because it's the new America, baby. This is not the same country I was brought up to believe America was, but hey, it's what we got now. And I am owned. We're also owned. Mwah. Boy, do I love the Trump supporters. You've shown us all, haven't you? And meanwhile, here's the new America.
It's the story of one woman who has relentlessly tried to find and help her husband, who she says was here legally.
With her documents in hand, Yali Molero implores officers for help as immigrants are bussed out of Nashville. I don't know anything about him, Yali says. On Sunday around 5 a.m., she discovered her husband, Leogene Romero, was missing. It wasn't until she saw a social media post about ICE activity that she saw him being arrested. My husband is not a bad person, says Yali. She says he was stopped after leaving his 12-hour shift at Walmart around 1 a.m. Yali says he was carrying a valid temporary license with him. She describes feeling anguish and despair, trying to find out if he's okay. Fleeing political persecution in Venezuela, Yali and Leogene arrived in the U.S. 9 months ago through the CBP One app.
So anyway, long story short, he's here legally on an asylum visa. But no, that's not good enough anymore, folks. Unless you're a naturalized citizen, at least for now, America's not a welcome place for you. It's only a matter of time before they start rounding the rest of us up. So trial run. And speaking of why Trump is so rich and not worried about your kids having any dolls, 764,000 people have lost money on Trump's grift coin scam. And I think I speak for all of us when I say, ha ha, good. I'm glad. Less money for your kids. Maybe your genetics will not go on to the next generation. It definitely doesn't deserve to. At this point, it's Darwinian. About 764,000 wallets that purchased President Donald Trump's Trump meme coin have lost money on the investment, according to fresh data. And yeah, I hate you guys got scammed, but at the same time, if you invested in the Trump coin, a fool and their money is soon parted. Trucking outfit boasts of buying $20 million in Trump coin as an effective way to advocate for fair trade. Yeah, they're not even trying to hide anymore, folks. They're just publicly talking about using Trump coin to bribe Donald Trump and to get in their way. And this is what it was set up for, folks. No accountability, no tracking, no tracing, no having to file with the government for lobbying on behalf of a foreign entity. None of that. Just straight up bribery directly to Trump. An international trucking logistics firm is buying as much as $20 million worth of President Donald Trump's crypto coins to influence the administration's trade policy, the precise sort of quid pro quo arrangement that corruption experts warned Trump was encouraging when he unveiled his venture. Frank Technology Inc. CEO Javier Selgas, sounds foreign, said in a Wednesday news release that buying Trump coin would be an effective way to advocate for fair and balanced free trade between Mexico and the U.S. Yay! Hey, we're buying your coin, Trump. We're buying this useless piece of shit. Literally worthless. We're paying you $20 million for it. Do what we want you to do, Daddy. Let's see how that works out for you. And then you're going to be surprised. Apparently, insiders made $100 million before the launch of Melania's scam coin. So this is how all the pump and dump works, folks. They give a special group of insiders the ability to buy the coins before they go on the market, knowing that as soon as they put them on the market, the price is going to skyrocket, at least initially, right off the fucking bat, because they're using their millions and millions of people on social media to boost it up. So you get to buy ahead, and then as soon as we go live and it shoots up, you sell. And you make $100 million off the suckers and losers. And they did, folks, okay? Hey, America invited the vampires into their own house, okay? And then they're like, hey, vampires, give us blood. And the vampires are like, what the fuck is wrong with you? We don't give blood. We take blood. We're vampires, motherfuckers. The fuck's wrong with y'all? And then they don't have any respect for you as they feast upon you and drain you of every goddamn drop of blood you have, because why would they have any fucking care for you or respect in any way? You deserve what's happening to you. Just get drained of your blood and take it, dumbasses. Then he defends his birthday parade. You know, this $45 million birthday party he's throwing for himself with the taxpayer money? Okay, because there's always plenty of cash from the suckers and losers. No money for cancer research, but plenty of money for the orange goof, the glorious leader, have a birthday party. And they asked him, hey, this is going to cost a shit ton of money. Is it really worth it for $45 million for a birthday party? Here's Trump's answer.
We're going to have a big, beautiful parade.
A military parade?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
We're going to celebrate our military. We have the greatest military in the world.
What's the price tag? Do you know?
Peanuts compared to the value of doing it.
Peanuts! It's peanuts! Imagine how much we would lose if we didn't spend $45 million on my birthday party. It would be incalculable! We'd probably lose $1 trillion if I don't throw myself a $45 million military parade birthday party. So, yeah. And do it, man. I love it. I love it when he bleeds us, man. It's my new kink. I got to say, folks, I'm into it now. All right. I've jumped on board with the humiliation fetish that conservatives seem to have. And I love it. Hurt us, daddy. Bilk us out of every dime. We don't need no cancer research. We don't need no fucking scientists to stay in this country. We don't need no education. Just need to give Orange Daddy every dollar we have, y'all. And Trump ordered the reopening of Alcatraz. You guys hear this? So, all right, I'm getting ahead of myself. So here's what happened. This is real, y'all. This is the stupid nightmare simulation dystopia we live in. So the other night on TV, they were playing Escape from Alcatraz, WLRN 26 in Miami, where Mar-a-Lago is? Or it's in Florida. I don't know. Broadcast Escape from Alcatraz on Saturday, and at 9 p.m., the E.T. movie. Next thing you know, Clint Eastwood's on Donald Trump's TV, and he's like, God damn it, Clint Eastwood's a bad motherfucker. And then I guess he Googles, hey, whatever happened to Alcatraz? And it ain't been open for like since the 60s. It was too expensive, way too expensive. And they shut the motherfucker down. And they turned it to a museum. It's a museum now. So Trump immediately I got to reopen Alcatraz. Of course. And he's like, rebuild and open Alcatraz. For too long, America has been plagued by vicious, violent, and repeat criminal offenders. And some of them can elect a president. The dregs of society, you mean MAGA? Who will never contribute anything other than misery and suffering. When we were a more serious nation, oh yeah, we're so super serious now. In times past, we did not hesitate to lock up the most dangerous criminals. Literally, we have more people in prison right now than any other country on earth. But okay, and keep them far away anyway, long story short. Alcatraz, that'll make America great. Reopen Alcatraz, because I saw it on TV. Then they ask him, hey, you immense dumbass, why are you trying to reopen Alcatraz? Like, I'd like to know, do you have any explanation for this? And they transcribed his full comments on this because they're so fucking stupid. Absolutely ridiculous. I'm trying to parse my language to be nice. Anyway, here's the whole spiel he gives about why he's reopening Alcatraz.
How did you decide to reopen Alcatraz? Can you walk us through that decision?
Did I say what?
To reopen Alcatraz, how will you use it? How did you come up with the idea?
Well, I guess I was supposed to be a movie maker. We started with the movie making and we'll end. I mean, it represents something very strong, very powerful in terms of law and order. Our country needs law and order. Alcatraz is, I would say, the ultimate, right? Alcatraz, Sing Sing and Alcatraz, the movies. But it's right now a museum, believe it or not. A lot of people go there. Mm-hmm. It housed the most violent criminals in the world.
America.
And nobody ever escaped. One person almost got there, but they, as you know the story, they found his clothing rather badly ripped up.
Yeah, where did you hear that story about? Somebody tried to escape from Alcatraz? Where could you have heard this from, Donald Trump?
And it was a lot of shark bites, a lot of problems.
None of that happened.
Nobody's ever escaped from Alcatraz.
Okay, you just said that.
Just represented something
strong. Yeah, it represents gulags, no escape. You're going to live your whole life in misery. So American. Immediately, of all the things we could do, let's spend hundreds of millions of dollars opening up another prison. They got shut down because it was too expensive the first time. And I guess they're serious. Prisons had to vigorously pursue opening Alcatraz. So, yeah, we got $45 million for a birthday party. Hundreds of millions to open Alcatraz up again for no fucking reason. Because Donald Trump saw a Clint Eastwood movie. Nice, it's great here. And then he had the new Canadian Prime Minister come over, and he was asked ahead of time, hey, are you really going to invade Canada? And he was like, maybe, I hope not, but all options are on the table. But we're probably definitely going to invade Greenland, probably definitely Greenland. Maybe not Canada, but who knows? And then the Canadian president came, and Donald Trump was like all bitched out. First off, he says, we don't do much business with Canada. Only here's the rub. Canada's our number one trading partner. If we don't do much business with Canada, then we don't do much business with anybody. Okay, because that's number one uno. This is the guy. He's like, what the fuck? You guys elected this doof. And yeah, we did. Sorry, Canada. I apologize. And then Trump totally bitched out once again. Got dog walked by Mark Carney.
As you know from real estate, there are some places that...
Let me start over louder because volume is important.
As you know from real estate, there are some places that are never for sale.
That's true.
We're sitting in one right now, Buckingham Palace that you visited as well.
That's true.
And having met with the owners of Canada over the course of the campaign last several months, it's not for sale, won't be for sale ever. But
yeah, you orange goof, never for sale. Get your orange greasy mitts off my Canada. And that, folks, apparently I should have put this under the Alcatraz movie thing. It's fine. First thing you know, Jon Voight, super mega movie star Jon Voight. You might know him because he's Angela Jolie's dad. That's probably where you know him from. Anyway, he was hanging out with Trump a few weeks ago, and he was like, you know what we ought to do? We ought to put giant tariffs on foreign films because fuck foreign films, fuck all foreigners, right? How is American movies supposed to compete with foreigners? It's not like we're the best. We need to do something to punish the foreigners. And so Donald Trump, after listening to mega superstar Jon Voight, was like, 100% tariffs on foreign-made films. Fuck these foreign films. The movie industry in America is dying a very fast death. I mean, yeah, nobody goes to the movies anymore because we all have giant super high resolution TVs in our homes with surround sound systems, and nobody wants to go to a fucking movie theater and pay $10 for a box of popcorn and listen to some shitheads talk through the movie, right? Anyway, other countries are offering all sorts of incentives to draw our filmmakers and studios away from the United States. That's true. Hollywood and many other areas within the United States are being devastated. This is a concerted effort by other nationals and therefore a national security threat. Everything's a national security threat. Foreign people making movies, national security threat. Of course, all this is going to do is destroy the American movie industry because these blockbuster films, they already have calculated into how much they can afford to spend on a film based on how much the movie is going to do in foreign box offices. Movies from America make shit tons of money over in China, over in other countries. And so all this is going to cause is then to put reciprocal tariffs on American movies to make sure nobody goes and sees these American blockbusters, to make sure that none of these American blockbusters are ever fucking made. So it's going to have the exact opposite effect of what he says it's going to, but good, baby. I'm making my own TV show, Simulation Theory by Dusty Smith, which I'm going to finish someday, I promise you. And I need as little competition as I can possibly get. So you're talking about the era of the independent content creator, man. That's what we're going head towards into. Where movie studios won't be able to compete with just guys like me in their beds making content for fucking nothing. So, hey, thank you, Trump, for accelerating the decline of the movie industry. And speaking of the decline of the arts, National Endowment of the Arts cancels grant offers hours after Trump proposes eliminating entire agencies because we can't do anything in this country. All the things that once made America great, like our movie industry, like our plays and our arts, We've always taken pride in our actors, our writers, directors, our plays, all of that, right? Our musicals. But no more, baby. Donald Trump says enough of that woke bullshit. Threatened to cancel all the National Endowment for the Arts, and so a bunch of people that got grants from the National Endowment for the Arts got letters saying, sorry, no more grants for you guys. No more money for art in this fucking country. Wasn't there a book written about that? Fahrenheit 411, something like that? And then Trump, who had his little Evita moment, always wants to be the center of attention of everything. He's taken over the Kennedy Center. Because the Kennedy Center is where they had a lot of plays and shit where all the people that like the arts went, and now he's got to destroy that because he's got to destroy everything. Why? Why not, right? Hollywood doesn't like him for the most part. Artistic people can't fucking stand him, so he has to do whatever he can to punish them and put himself as the god. So now he wants CBS to pay for the Kennedy Center remodel because he's got that $20 billion lawsuit with CBS for no fucking reason. And they're already going to settle out of court, folks. The Paramount, which is the parent company of CBS, wants to be sued by Donald Trump. I know that sounds crazy, but that's the fucking nightmare we live in. Mega corporations want to be sued by Donald Trump so that they can settle with him, which acts as a legal bribe because they want to do a merger, which they need Donald Trump's administration's permission to do. And that's how you do it, baby. All out in the fucking open. So they probably will end up paying for the remodel of the Kennedy Center. And to all that voted for Trump, believing he released the Epstein files, now they got a new lie about why they're not releasing the Epstein file, folks. A brand new lie just dropped. This coming from Benny Johnson, who is a Russian stooge, literally paid hundreds of thousands of dollars from Russia. Says Representative James Comer drops Epstein file bombshell. The files have been destroyed. What? Who destroyed them? Doesn't think Pam Bondi and Castro have them. I warned them. They ordered the release. Haven't been released. They are in there shredding documents. The government is involved. Who could be responsible for this? Why? Why would Pam Bondi be destroying Epstein files? I can't think of anything. Trump. Anyway, I believe it. The only thing Benny Johnson's ever said that I believe. And then, folks, they're doing it on purpose. The White House official account just put up this picture of Donald Trump. First off, he's buff. Okay, fine. All right. I've used AI to make myself look slightly better than I look in real life. A little bit. But they gave him a red lightsaber. We all know what red lightsabers mean, don't we? He's an evil Sith member. They know they're doing it on purpose, folks. They're just sending us outright signals that Donald Trump is evil as shit. He's the bad guy. They like presenting him as the bad guy because that's what they get off on. White House gives Trump evil Sith lightsaber in Star Wars Day message to radical left lunatics. Gonna send us all to concentration camps because they're evil as fuck. But here's the ramifications of Trump's actions. And yes, they do have real serious ramifications on America. EU head unveils £500 million fund to recruit scientists. Say Trump attack on education is a gigantic miscalculation. It's the brain drain of the country. They've already set us behind so many years with everything else they're doing, and this is just one more thing that sets this country behind. We won't be able to compete with other countries technologically, scientifically, and because everybody who has a goddamn lick of sense is fleeing this fucking hellhole. And good, who can blame them? Big ups to EU for picking up the ball when Trump drops it and fumbles it continuously. And then everything decent in this country has to be destroyed, folks. The complete dismantling of the government. From top to bottom, EPA to axe Energy Star appliance efficiency ratings. Shit's been around forever. It saves the average American like $480, saved us billions of dollars. The Environmental Protection Agency plans to eliminate Energy Star, the popular energy efficiency certification, dishwashers, refrigerators, dryers, according to the agency documents. But hey, if you're trying to help the environment, it's woke, and we can't have that. We can't have any sign whatsoever that we're trying to actually fix the problem. We have to do nothing but make the problem worse. Solving or even acknowledging global warming is woke, so fuck that. Fuck the fact that it saved consumers billions of dollars. We don't deserve to be saved money. We will pay more for energy and we will fucking love it. And then guess who is the new Surgeon General of the United States, folks? Anti-vax wellness influencer named Surgeon General. So apparently there's going to be another woman who's going to be named Surgeon General. And the official royal fluffer, Laura Loomer, White House blowjob giver, went to the White House and demanded Donald Trump not let that person be Surgeon General. So instead, Trump, I guess, didn't have post-nut clarity and was like, okay, Laura, you sucked it so good. We're just going to elect this anti-vaxxer as a Surgeon General. Why not? Yeah, we don't deserve anything better, folks. I, for one, am rooting for the next pandemic. It's only a matter of time. What else we got? Speaking of the fact that we're doomed, air quality monitoring at national parks suspended. What? Why do we need air quality monitoring? We don't need that. That's just fucking wasted money, okay? You will breathe your smog and you will love it, okay? Your kids will get the black lung and you will thank me. Have you said thank you? Fucking stupid Americans can't believe you want to breathe or whatever. And HHS lays off nearly all occupational safety workers. Sounds fine to me. Nearly all of the remaining staff at the National Institute of Occupational Safety and Health were laid off Friday. Multiple officials and laid off employees told CBS News, gutting programs ranging from approvals of new safety equipment to firefighters' health. And I think I speak for everybody when I say, fuck them firefighters. 75% of firefighters voted for Donald Trump. So please breathe your smoke and die. Okay? I don't give a shit. Die in a fire, literally. You made your choice. Lay in your coffin and shut the fuck up. Over 15,000 USDA staffers have taken paid resignations. These are all people that make sure our food is safe. Who needs safe food? Hey, look, I'm an American. I will eat my rat feces and I'll be thankful. God bless America. Please, sir, can I have some more intestinal worms? Yeah, you can. Good old America's got your back. Everything decent about this country being dismantled and destroyed right before our fucking eyes. The DEI is abandoning its use of body cams. Here's the crazy part. Body cams actually help the DA, y'all. They actually help them. In 95% of the cases, when people demand the body cam evidence, it shows the DA did nothing wrong. It exonerates them. The only reason they're getting rid of it is because Joe Biden, this is a Joe Biden initiative. And even though it benefits them, they're getting rid of it to punish Joe Biden, I guess. So, oh well. And I'm sure they're pretty okay with just abusing us without getting recorded too, on top of everything. Meanwhile, Pete Hegseth, guy who is in charge of our entire military, trying to purge 4-star generals. U.S. Secretary Pete Hegseth has ordered senior Pentagon leadership to cut the number of 4-star generals and admirals by at least 20% across the military. Now, of course, the reason you're doing this is because every time a fascist takes power, he wants to consolidate power. He wants to fire anybody who would maybe stand up to him, which is why Trump is gutting all of the federal government to make less people in power that can actually stand up to him. But the more of these generals, especially the ones that he know probably won't follow orders, they're going to get rid of them folks to make sure when they sick the military against the United States people, they'll fucking do it without question, right? They'll round us all up as soon as the concentration camp. That's 100% what the fuck's happening here. And dumbest person to ever be in charge of our military and not doing a great job. We just lost a second, folks, a second in 2 weeks. $67 million fighter jet. Imagine how many people could have college education for that. How much of our medical debt could be wiped out. How much cancer research we could do. $130 million just fucking gone because we have incompetent idiots running our military now. The same people that tell you meritocracy, baby, elected the weekend Fox News correspondent to run everything. And yeah, another one is falling into the fucking water. But, you know, I'm sure it's to blame trans people. I'm sure there's a trans people or a woman. It was probably woke or DEI or something. And then a FedEx executive is to be named the USPS postmaster. That seems like a conflict of interest. Conservatives have been trying to turn the post office private since the inception of it because we can't have anything in this country, folks. We can't combine our resources and do something that's good for all of us. So, yeah, they want to privatize it, and they're going to, folks. This is the first step. Mark it down. Then the Trump administration dissolved a unit on transnational organized crime because, of course, they did, folks. The Trump administration does not want to round up criminals anymore. They don't want to bother them. It's just the opposite. In fact, they're selling cards where any millionaire could just come over for $5 million. It's like the vampires, inviting all the other vampires from around the globe to come over and feed off the American people. Donald Trump was like, these fucking idiots, they literally invite you into their house. You can literally drain their child in front of them. And they'll say, thank you, Daddy Trump, for killing my child. We are so honored you decided to kill our child. They're so stupid. Everybody just come over here and feast upon these morons. And they will, folks. No law and order whatsoever. Law and order is for those of you who speak out. And the ones who are conning us out of every dollar, they're more than welcome over here. And why wouldn't they be? The biggest suckers and fuckers, losers on the goddamn planet. Dumb Americans. And then Trump admin rehires prominent pandemic COVID idiot. Oh, goody. Stephen J. Hatfield, a virologist and the White House advisor during presidential Donald Trump's first term, who pushed hydroxychloroquine, nailed it, as a treatment for the coronavirus, despite what most researchers said was a lack of scientific evidence, has joined the second Trump administration in a senior role at the Department of Health and Human Services. Man, I can't wait for the next pandemic, y'all. Hey, Trump disbanded the pandemic response team right before it happened the first time. They're doing exactly the same thing this time. It's a goddamn rerun. It's a repeat. Same shit's going to happen. And in 4 years, nobody will remember who fucking did it. They'll want to elect Donald Trump once again. Because no memory for the American people, unfortunately. And then the Wall Street Journal says U.S. intel agencies ordered to spy on Greenland. I just watched a whole video earlier about why the U.S. government wants Greenland so bad. And basically, I told you guys this before. All the tech bros want to create a new city-state where they're in charge of everything, where there's no democracy. We are ruled by CEOs. And Greenland's nice and cold for their server farms and shit. And there's lots of white folks there. So they're just going to take it all over and make, I guess, their corporate utopia. And so, of course, we got to have our government spy on them, see if they can dig up any dirt on Greenland or Denmark, whatever we can do to smear them with to make it easier to invade them, take their shit. Typical colonist bullshit. And then, once again, the First Amendment rights under complete assail. FCC chairman renews threat to pull CBS licenses. Of course they are. They want to make sure that you don't say anything critical of our glorious leader. And if you do, no free speech for you. And then the worst people you know are in the highest levels of government. Vaseline woman says the Voice of America will carry reports from cultist QAnon outlets and One American News. Yeah, folks, it's state-sponsored media. Going to be all over the place now. We can't have the AP, can't have Reuters, can't have any independent news organization, but we can use government resources to sponsor state media and broadcast it everywhere. United States Agency for Global Media, USAGM, is excited to announce a partnership with One American News Network, OAM, to provide newsfeed services to USAGM networks, including Office of Cuba Broadcasting, Radio Marti, and Voice of America. Hooray! Right-wing propaganda all day long, baby. That's all that's going to be available on American Airways before too long. And then Pee Wee German, little baby Dr. Evil getting up there, folks. And here's how they're selling it to the American people. Yes, Donald Trump making $2.9 billion selling out the American presidency. Yes, your kids don't get the same number of Christmas presents this year they got last year. Yes, we're destroying the environment. No clean air for you. Worse people ruling you. Hey, but at least, folks, they're stopping the teachers from transing your children.
This applies to our whole K-12 system. The Department of Justice is also coordinating with state and local law enforcement to fight child abuse in our school systems. It is child abuse to change a child's gender, particularly if you do not inform the parents. In other words, if a 5-year-old or a 6-year-old goes to school, or a 7-year-old goes to school, and the teacher tries to turn the boy into a girl or the girl into a boy, that is child abuse, and this administration is treating that as child abuse.
I didn't want to vote for Trump. I didn't want to. I knew he was bad, but I had to. Because the teachers were transing children, okay? The teachers are actually the evil ones here, and they was transing the kids. Literally never happened, folks. No teacher has ever transed a kid. 0%. This happened as many times as kids dressed as cats were using litter boxes in the bathroom. This happened as many times as black folks were eating your pets. Like, it never fucking happened. But it don't fucking matter. All they say is trans over and over again, and it melts people's brains. And this is why America's collapsing. This is why we can't have nice things. A country too stupid to exist. So we will not. And then let's finally get into the Chud Watch, which are things that have nothing to do with Donald Trump. Oh, I lied. Immediately has something to do with Donald Trump. Anti-LGBTQ Sydney MAGA cafe fails after 6 weeks. And ha-ha! A cafe owner has closed his business just 6 weeks after opening in Sydney's Inner West, blaming snowflakes. Goddamn snowflakes. Why are you not eating this guy's overpriced MAGA food? Haters. Blaming snowflakes for the failure of his latest venture, Mark Da Costa opened Bueno Eatery in St. Peter's in March after closing down his Waterloo Cafe, Haley and Hardy, in 2020. After being involved in a series of internet controversies, oh, he sounds like a winner, in which he called a community member a homophobic slur. Oh, I can kind of see why he failed. He also declared his cafe a Donald Trump safe zone, which served pancakes with a side of racism. At the time, Mr. Da Costa blamed the left-wing fake vegan community for the closure, telling those who criticize his attitude to go fuck yourself. Of course, it's never his fault, all right? I mean, the market decided, right? You didn't put out a product that the market wanted, and so the market didn't buy it, and you went out of business. That's capitalism, baby. But of course, it's never their fault, folks. Whitey piss baby snowflakes never take any responsibility for anything. Always crying that someone is to fucking blame. That's MAGA 10 goddamn 1. And then, meanwhile, on the Piers Morgan show. Now, I can't stand Piers Morgan and this fake bullshit. Piers Morgan is the biggest white supremacist enabler there is. Okay, he is a MAGA supporter. Does nothing but put people on to justify the genocide of Palestinian people for racist reasons. If you're supporting MAGA, you're racist to begin with because it's a white supremacist movement. But anyway, I guess he's trying to hide his power level by getting on to this right-wing influencer who's only famous to begin with because she said the N-word. Literally, that's the only reason anybody knows her name. So he invited her on his show. Gonna act shocked that she says the N-word, even though he knows that's why you invited her. Anyway, typical MAGA bullshit.
Why would you want to support a white racist?
Because I want to support free speech, and you cannot have free speech in the country.
No, that's fine. You can support free speech, but you also have to be accountable for what you say. Would you use the N-word out of interest?
So they're talking about this woman who made $750,000 because she called a black child the N-word, folks. That's how much money she's got raised for now. Americans raised $750,000 for a woman who did nothing other than call a black child the N-word. Because Americans are trying to send a very, very clear message to the rest of the world about who we are. They're trying to own the libs. They think it owns the libs by supporting racism. And I guess it does. You know, to be honest with you, I guess it does own us because we are anti-racist, right? We don't like people going around and mistreating black folks and calling them the N-word. So I guess you do own us, right? But I'm not sure it's the own as you think it is.
Yes.
You would?
Mm-hmm. I do, quite frankly.
Anyway, for what you say, would you use the N-word out of interest?
Yes.
Yes, of course.
You would?
It's the only reason she's famous, Pierce. You know that.
I do, quite frankly.
You use the N-word quite frequently. Well, why? Other than the fact you're a despicable racist. Are you?
Yes.
Some would say I am. I guess according to the ADL, I'm a white supremacist. I'm a neo-Nazi.
Well, if you use the N-word repeatedly, you are a racist, then, are you?
Sure, I'll embrace that. If that means forwarding, helping white people achieve freedom of speech, real freedom of speech, which, by the way, Shiloh Hendricks is being attacked on all fronts. They're trying to bring legal charges against her. They're trying to get her children taken away. So you were saying Carmelo Anthony, it doesn't matter. That's a different.
Sorry, but just to be clear, you just said to me you use the N-word regularly. In what context? Do you use it with black people?
Yes, if it's appropriate.
When would it be appropriate to use the N-word? When would it be appropriate?
Anytime I feel like it.
So you're an unashamed racist?
Correct.
Well, do you understand that makes you a despicable human being?
I guess so. I don't really care. I mean, why are we not talking about Shiloh Hendricks? Why are we talking about?
Well, actually, I think you've moved it on in this debate very quickly to your own racism, which explains why you've supported her in public and why you've got all these views. You see no problem with a woman shrieking the N-word repeatedly because you yourself are a despicable racist, and you've just proudly admitted that with a smug grin on your face, which is pretty horrifying, actually, for most people to have to watch. And shame on you. You're entitled to do it, and I'm entitled to call you despicable.
Yeah, but you shouldn't platform them. That's literally the only reason she's famous to begin with. You know this. Yeah, you're platforming her anyway because it's good for your ratings. But hey, Piers, look in the mirror. All Trump supporters, all maggots are racist. It's a white supremacist fucking movement. Try to distance himself from it. See right the fuck through you. And typical MAGA here, folks. Kentucky father who advocated for child abuse in the name of MAGA has been arrested for production and distribution of child sex abuse images. And yep, here he is. Make kids great again paddles. Yes, yeah. Hey, why does this super pervert love the idea of beating children with a paddle? Almost like that's what he gets the fuck off on. Almost like they're all a bunch of fucking perverts. And they're telling on themselves constantly, not a drag queen once again. Weird how it's almost never a drag queen. Then, meanwhile, in the new America, no more free speech for you. This is what happens to you if you dare speak out as a constituent in a Republican town hall.
Because what it will do, it will bring economic investment back into the U.S. It will force. So, for instance, I'll give you a case in point.
Are you serious?
Prescription drug precursors. Do you want China to continue to be?
I'm not reporting that. I'm reporting this.
Nope. You don't have the right anymore, folks. You don't have the right to confront your congresspeople anymore. No more free speech allowed. All the jackbooted thugs, they don't work for you. They're not there to protect and serve you. They're there to drag old people out. For speaking of what's happened in this country, and this queen with her passive resistance, thank you. Look at all the meatheads, all the thugs, ready to jerk you up by the knot of your head and drag you the fuck out of there, folks. And yep, this is his queen. Thank you for having the bravery to do this. Load up. There you go. Boom. That's the way to do it, folks. That's what hero shit looks like. The best among us. We need 350 million more of these. And then let's check in with President Elon to see what he's up to. Oh, shocker. Apparently the Trump administration is using tariffs to extort Starlink contracts. This is happening all over the world. This is just one example. This time it's in Africa. Less than 2 weeks after President Donald Trump announced 50% tariffs on goods from the tiny African nation of Lesbos, the country's communication regulator held a meeting with representatives of Starlink, the satellite business owned by billionaire and Trump advisor Elon Musk's SpaceX company. Had been seeking access to customers in Lesbos, but it was not until Trump unveiled the tariffs and called for negotiations over trade deals that leaders of the country of roughly 2 million people awkwardly decided to scissor with Elon Musk and let him do Starlink in their country. So happening all over the place, the quid pro quo for the world's richest douchebag. Why would we do that? And then you guys hear about this. Apparently in Texas, they just voted to give Elon Musk his own company town. Voters give Elon Musk his own corporate Texas city. Now, it's only allowed to be voted on by the 283 people who lived in the area because their property value is about to go through the fucking roof. But this is the new feudalism, folks. It's wild because, like, literally, I started writing my book, Simulation Theory by Vanessa Smith, a couple months ago. And the very first part of it is the girl works in a factory town. It's an auto plantation, literally based off Elon Musk in the future creating feudalistic auto plantations. Hard to believe he actually did it before my book even came out. God damn it. I'm starting to think I'm psycho or psychic, whatever the word is. And one more. Apparently, Grok has a truth-telling problem. Oopsies. Can't have that. Conservatives freaking out because Grok not spreading right-wing propaganda like they wanted to. Grok, the artificial intelligence chatbot created by Elon Musk's XAI, was supposed to be the anti-woke AI that would satisfy the MAGA masses by doing what other chatbots refuse to do, like spreading election misinformation and saying racial slurs. But increasingly, Trumpy X users who ask Grok to explain things to them are disappointed to learn the AI doesn't see things their way and won't reaffirm. That's because facts have a left-wing bias, right? That we know that. And when you're training all these AI bots on like scientific research, scientific papers, studies, news reports and stuff, they start having a crisis of conscience and melt down if you ask them to fucking lie. I guess Elon hasn't programmed them well enough. It'll happen, but it ain't happened yet. So cry more, noobs. You love to see it. And all right, folks, halftime. We did it. We rode through that shit. Lots to cover. Did it in record time. Fuck yeah. Grok is still pretty solid. I don't like Grok. Like, Grok is okay. Like, Grok's not bad. I'm not shit on Grok. But it's nowhere near as good as ChatGPT, and it's nowhere near as good as Gemini 2.5 Pro. Although they nerfed it, god damn it. So I was using Gemini 2.5 Pro to help me flesh out my book a little bit. And of course, since I took a little hiatus on writing my book, they've nerfed the goddamn thing, and it's no longer as good at creative writing. Luckily, I'm almost done writing it, so I only need it for a few, I don't even really need it anymore. I just got to go through and fix some consistency between the chapters. Like one chapter might say this woman had long hair, and then later it says she had short hair. Shit like that little shit, which is hard to keep everything tracked when you're writing a 90,000 word book, right? It's harder than you think. But anyway, Grok is okay. Not the greatest, though. Definitely has stiff competition. And all right, please forgive me for this very quick commercial. Hey, buddy, you so sweet. I love you. I got a little annoyed with you last week because it's really annoying when you're doing this. But I know you're just trying to get attention because you love Daddy, and Daddy's talking so fast and so loud. Why is he doing that? If not for your benefit and amusement. You are cat. You are the master and God of me. I do understand where you're coming from, and I love you. So I'm not going to gripe at you this week. You just do your little cutie cat shit like you do, and I'll work around you because you have put brainworms into my head, and I have no control of my own thoughts anymore. And all right, hey, you guys know what Patreon is of you, so I'm not going to gripe at you this week. You just do your little... so cute. But shut up, Dusty! And hey, if you click on the More button, it'll pop down, I promise. Check it out. You'll love it. Very first link in the description of this video is my Patreon. Click on that too. You'll love it too. And then it says become a member. Hey, click on that as well. Click on everything. See what happens just for fun. Just put the tip in. Let's just put the tip in. See what happens. Anyway, basically, the gist of this is that I don't make any money off this show except for what the users donate to the show. I'm 100% user supported, like PBS used to be before Donald Trump shut it down. So anyway, if you like what I do and you don't want to see me starve and you want to see the cats float in the background, chip in $1 or $2 or 10 or 20 or 1,000, whatever you can afford to help out the world's greatest show on Patreon. Thank you in advance. I love you. And also, you get access to all the after parties, which is another video I do after this show, directly after this show's over. If you're a patron or you're a dust buddy, you just know where it is. But when this show's over, you switch over to the new show, and it starts here tonight. Look at this. Look at this huge after party. It starts way up here, boom, right here, and it goes all the way down to here tonight. So another solid after party coming up, and come hang out with me and Mr. Pretty Boy as he puts his ass in my face. It's going to be amazing. And all right, let's read the super chats. I bet Rebecca Poise is first. Hell yeah, Rebecca, superhero of the show. Everybody heap your love for Rebecca. Eventually the show is going to be me and Rebecca and BBC doing OnlyFans. Looks like an excellent show as usual. Thanks for taking on the daily horrors. See you in the best community ever. Hey, as always, look forward to hanging out with you tomorrow. All right, dude. I did say I wasn't going to gripe at you, but that is even getting annoying for me, okay? Only I can take so much of your ass. But Rebecca, I can take all of your ass forever. And thank you, Rebecca. I love you and everybody. Love Rebecca. And BBC, hell Satan, how's it going, BBC? 5 tickets. If you got a ticket, please give BBC your love because BBC fucking deserves it. The best among us. And you rock, BBC. Good to see you tonight. Agent Orange, $25. Mass report this racist cunt. And N-word lady from last year has a YouTube channel now. Let's get this biznatch off the platform. All right, I'm not going to click on that, but all right, I guess I'll click. Who are you talking about?
Well, Lily Gaddis, you posted.
Oh, I know. Okay, already covered that. Piers Morgan, Lily Gaddis. See, now you made me click on her. Now she got money. So you gave her money. I didn't do that. You did it. But yes, boycott our Agent Orange. Love you. I would never boycott Agent Orange. Buddy Cooper, thanks for the Extreme Ops quick draw knife recommendation. I'm literally the fastest draw in Albuquerque. Oh, yeah, you feel safe as shit, don't you? Man, I feel so safe. I ain't never had to stab nobody. Ain't never had no fucking problems with anybody. Here you go. Here's my knife. So, you guys want to see the knife trick once again? I hadn't done this in a while. So basically, all right, cat, go on. I don't want to stab you. Please go away. So this is my quick draw knife, folks. This is the fastest self-defense device in the world. It's faster than a gun if somebody's up close. And you can literally just talk as much shit to anybody you want to. Just fucking run your mouth. And then if they walk up to you, all you do, all right, I didn't show you. So here's how it works. You put your index finger in here. That's all you do. You keep your hand open, though. Keep your hand totally open. And then as I'm pulling this out of my pocket, this thing is going to automatically open in my hand. So watch how quick this thing is to fucking draw. So somebody walks up to you. Boom! Knife ready to stabby. Get out of my goddamn area. I have like a... I have space requirements, okay? I don't like somebody to invade my personal space. You got to get back or you get stabbed. Sorry. But look, you ain't got to stab. You don't want to stab nobody. Nobody wants to get stabbed. So usually just letting them know that that's an option is enough not to have to stab anybody. And I never had to stab anybody. And I've never held my tongue ever. I just talk mad bullshit to every motherfucker on the earth. And nobody ain't never done shit. So it's pretty cool. And all right. Thank you, Buddy Cooper. I got a cough for one second. All right, sweet. Nocturnal Bash, $5. Good to see you, Nocturnal Bash. Good to see ya. Set 10. Dusty Show memberships, fuck yeah. 10 tickets from Incubus. Love me some Incubus. Great band, I think. I can't remember, but thank you, Incubus. If you got your free ticket, hey, give Incubus your love. And also, you got to show up live for your chance to win your free ticket. These superheroes in the show continuously give away free tickets, but you have to be here live for your chance to randomly get one. So show up every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 p.m. 9 Central. Do it to it. Come hang out. Venture Van! Woo! Venture Van. I love me some Venture Van. Holy shit. I think Venture Van still has the largest donation in the history of the show. Everybody suck Venture Van's dick right now, please. Setting up a way to get off this trash boat. I can't stand the U.S. anymore. Even my closest family is brain dead. Yeah, no, right? Imagine living in Mississippi. It definitely seems helpless, but hey, sometimes you gotta stay where you're needed the most. Inoculate the rest with your vaccine. And thank you, Venture Van. I love you. Swaggering Cat, whom I also love, says, the Pharaohs are being counseled about their recent violence against the squirrel community. Still, they send their regards. Keep them inside! Little murderers, that's what cats are. But they're really fucking cute. As always, thank you, Swaggering Cat. You fucking rock. I hope you're doing well. And everybody get love to Swaggering Cat, one of the heroes that keeps this show alive. Seth LeBron, $5. Indigenous have been positioning to regain Alcatraz Island for the last few years. Give it to them. They can set up a casino or some shit. PBS Origins did a video on it a few years ago. PBS is at its best now. Aren't they going out of business? $10 on PJD4. What up, PJ? Good to see you tonight. $20 on Bud, but here's a few bucks for all you do. Fuck yeah, you rock my butt. I would wipe your butt all day long. I'm sorry, that's inappropriate. Grumpy Queer, $2. Hi, everyone. What's up, Grumpy Queer? Thumbs up. $2.99 from Richard Paddock. Fist bump, Richard. Smoky Stew's delicious as shit. Little love tonight, but always happy to see you, Dustin Buddies. Hey, thank you. It all adds up, Smoky Stew. Superhero of the show, Planet Jenny Rude, who is one of our great moderators. Thank you for your tireless service. Welcome to Dust Buddies. You should have already been one, but thank you for buying it anyway. BBC, $20. Glad to see that you escaped prison, Dusty. For now, we'll see what the fuck happens. I'm so good at predicting shit. I hope I'm wrong about this one. And Amy G, $5. What up? High five, Amy G. And one more, 10 tickets from Ivy Evans. Hell yeah. The best among us, Ivy Evans. I didn't have the thing up, but you guys can read it. Oh, well, doesn't matter. I was reading it. You guys don't have to fucking see it. It's all good. And where's my katana? You guys knew Katana died, right? I told you that. Katana died. Yeah, unfortunately. And Two Socks also died recently. I have a big pet cemetery going on out here. So, sorry if you're just now hearing it for the first time. But yeah, she is quite dead. Worm food, you might say. And all right, thank you, everybody. I appreciate you. And hey, you know what? If you want to donate, you still can. There's plenty of time. I'm going to do the rest of the show. We got a Free Palestine coming up. We got a Trash World. We got a Beyond Parody. Everybody loves that. Religious bullshit. That's your favorite coming up. And a couple of heroes. So still plenty of time to get your super chats in and support the only news program in the world. Why you still can? Hell yeah. But let's go ahead and keep moving on, folks. It's time for some Trash World. The Trash World. It's a Trash World. It's a dumpster fire. You're in a hellish Trash World. A Trash World. Everything sucks. All the goddamn time in the Trash World. La, 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 da. Yes, there's an after party tonight. I already talked about it. It's a long ass after party coming up. But first off, on the Trash World, you know what I hate? Disney. Fuck a Disney. I ain't never been able to stand goddamn Disney. Apparently, they're building a theme park in Abu Dhabi. Because, of course, they are. Wouldn't catch me goddamn dead in Abu Dhabi. No freedom of speech, no rights. Don't smoke a fucking joint. But I guess the happiest place on earth is going to the most dystopian place on earth. And it's a match made in heaven, I guess. In a new test for its singularly American brand, the Walt Disney Company said on Wednesday that it had reached an agreement with the Mauro Group, an arm of Abu Dhabi government, to build a theme park resort on the Persian Gulf. Yep, going to be built with 100% slave labor. I'm already boycotting that before it's even open. And this viral video was very eye-opening. This father of 5 took his kids to Disneyland. Guess how much one day at Disneyland cost him?
Here's what a day at Disney cost me for a family of 5. Before we even got into the park, it cost me $30 just for parking. And even being a Florida resident, tickets for a family of 5 with one child under 10 was still $974. What? Paying for the Lightning Lane was $35 per person and only would have given us speed access to 3 rides. So we opted out of that.
Fuck that.
Right after our first ride, we bought 2 waters and 3 ice creams.
$1 million!
This totaled $29.50. After the second ride, they wanted a pretzel and I wanted a beer.
God, fuck
this was
kids.
another $19.
A beer?
This guy right here wanted a lightsaber for $44.99, but I was a hard no.
Yeah.
After that, it was time for lunch, so we went to the Brown Derby where we could sit down for a little bit and order a decent meal. They didn't like the options and the prices were outrageous, so we left and went somewhere else. We each ended up with a small pizza, each had a side and a small drink, totaling $44.35. After lunch, we took off and waited more lines, and we also met a few characters along the way. Once we got to Star Wars Land, we had to buy some blue milk for $10.29. It tasted like a slushie with nerds on top.
Yeah, no shit.
We took a few minutes to meet Kylo Ren.
Oh, God.
Your courage will be tested.
I'm out of courage.
The kids then snuck away and bought some Star Wars Coca-Cola. This was $6.50. But this guy said it was worth it.
Yeah,
After the next ride, we went and had a churro, a water, and a margarita. It had been a long day at this point. That margarita was well needed. This was another $36. And just as I thought the day was finally over, the rest of the family decided they want to go to dinner at downtown Disney Springs. This place was my literal hell. It was shoulder to shoulder in every store and restaurant. We ended up at the Formata Cocina for some Mexican food. $30 for carnitas, $19 margarita, $8 corn, $30 carne asada, and then each of the kids with drinks and food were an additional $30 to $40 each, totaling $245.27 for dinner. There was some sticker shock here, and right after that, they all wanted to go shop. Luckily, it was getting late, and we decided to not go into any stores. The grand total for our day was $1,391.91.
$1,391? Actually, that doesn't sound that bad. I thought it'd be more. 5 kids. I took a stripper to Las Vegas one time. Was only there 2 days, and it was like $2,000. And I didn't even give any of that money to the stripper. Now, I paid for everything. I paid for everything except for the stripper. I didn't pay for the hotel room. But everything else except for the hotel room and the stripper at $2,000. So, yeah, hey, that's a bargain for your whole family, I guess. Build some memories they'll never forget. But I've been to Disneyland, too. It's boring as fuck. You stay in line for hours and hours and hours, and then you're on a ride for 20 seconds, and you're back in a fucking line. It's bullshit, but I guess it's for kids, so. And then on the trash world, apparently 2/3 of global heating caused by the richest 10%. And top 1% and 0.1% contributing 20 to 76 times more, respectively. So, shocker, it's the rich destroying the whole fucking planet. We might want to eat them quickly before we're all doomed as doom could be, I must say. And stop shitting out kids for fucking fun. I know, BBC. That's why I ain't got none. Doesn't seem like it's fun to me, but. Oh, yeah, you guys know who's up next on this fucking hellhole? Chunk yogurt. Chunk yogurt! Oh, God, I can't stand fucking chunk yogurt. Dude who was apparently running the largest left-wing network in the world. Well, guess who he's having on his show tonight? Marjorie Trader Queen. Yep. They're all doing it, folks. Governor of California, Newsom, right-wingers, they're all getting aboard. Fucking Anna Asparagus, now doing the right-wing version of The View with a bunch of other rightoids. Everyone along the line selling us out because that's where the money is. Big moment on tonight's The Young Turks. Representative MTG is coming on at 8 p.m. Eastern. We're going to see if we can stop a war together. Yeah, remember how you going to stop the war together? Remember when you were talking to Elon Musk and you're like, hey, we should cut money to the military. Elon Musk was like, send me your ideas. And you're like, see, Republicans are listening. And then Elon Musk ended up spending $1 trillion on the military, way more money than we've ever spent. Remember when that happened? Remember when you're the most naive, gullible, but you're not really this naive and gullible. You're just lying, and you're a shameless con artist. That's what you are, chunk. Anyway, there are skeptics that right-wing and left-wing populists can work with each other. Yeah, hey, we're just both right-wing and left-wing populists. Basically, me and MTG are the same. Isn't she a populist with the way she's trying to take every bit of our rights away and destroy the country and disappear people to foreign concentration camps as they loot the coffers for every penny we have? Is it? She just a populist like you and me? Yeah, she was worth about $200,000 when she got into office a couple years back, and now she's worth $40 million. She's literally insider trading and looting the American public with every penny that we got. But she's a populist like me, Chunk Yogurt. And I'm just saying, once again, Chunk, I don't know, dude. Like, okay, I guess I'll be nice and not say anything that I'm going to regret later. But it's a bad look, dude. It's a real bad look. And if you're supporting the Young Turks, please stop. Please realize what they are, okay? Now, they were probably always a sellout organization. I guess for for a while, the left was kind of more popular. Progressivism was at least enough for them to make a living on. But now the progressive movement is completely fucking dead, right? I can barely get 500 people to show up to this show now, and I'm doing the best goddamn shit of anybody out there. So I can only imagine what the Young Turks is going through with their shitty goddamn ass content. So they're desperate, y'all. You know, and living in New York or where the fuck these idiots live is real fucking expensive. So whatever you got to do to grift the idiots out of $1 or $2, and this is what they're fucking doing, folks. So please don't goddamn support that shit. And we did it, folks. We finally did it. Tackling the really important things in our society. The Supreme Court allows trans military ban to take effect, and hooray! The military solved, y'all. It's all fixed now. No more trans people to protect us. So yay us! We're definitely a very fucking serious country. I guess all our problems are solved now. Did you guys hear about the story? This woman says the security guard at Liberty Hotel in Boston confronted her in a bathroom and asked about her gender? That seems bad. A couple said they were embarrassed and offended after they were ordered to leave. Let's see if this is a video.
Leave a high-end Boston hotel. As WBZ's Brandon Truitt reports, these women say it all started when a security guard challenged their use of a bathroom.
This couple says things went from 0 to 100 in an instant. A search of the bathroom.
All right, Chinks and Cali. Okay, that's even more expensive. I doubled down on what I said then.
Allegedly led to both of them having to show their IDs to prove they were women before being kicked out.
It's just humiliating overall.
That's the point.
Like I said, I didn't have my shorts tied even, and then just in front of everyone.
Ansley Baker is still emotional over what she says happened Saturday afternoon. Ansley and her girlfriend Liz Victor were in a restroom at the Liberty Hotel in Boston when they say a male security guard came in and started banging on the stalls.
Genital inspections, please.
I looked down and I saw her shoes, and that's when I was like, wait, what is going on? One of the security guards was there telling me to get out of the bathroom, that I was a man in the women's bathroom. I said, I'm a woman.
Ansley was born a woman, is a woman, and identifies as one.
That's literally what you guys want for cis women to be forced to use whatever bathroom, for trans women to be forced to use the bathroom with their birth sex. This is what you guys wanted, and still it's not enough for you.
It says as she was escorted out of the restroom, comments were hurled at her from other women waiting in line.
Someone said, get him out of here, referring to me. So, he's a creep, also referring to me.
From there, the couple says the security guard asked for their IDs to check their gender. After presenting them, they say things grew heated before ultimately being told to leave. For its part, the Liberty Hotel says their security went in after several women alerted security of 2 adults sharing a bathroom stall, and that the couple was kicked out after one put their hands on our security team. The women vehemently deny it.
If that's what he thought the issue was once he opened the stall door, obviously there's only one person in there, so should have been kind of case closed. Being harassed.
But that's the point, folks. Cruelty is the point. They want to make you feel unwelcome everywhere you go in this society. And you should. Unless you're a straight white, or at least a closeted white. In this country, you're not welcome here. Might want to make other arrangements. And then, lest you think Democrats are going to save you, Democrats cautiously open the door to another Kamala Harris run. Oh, goody. Yay. She couldn't even beat Donald Trump. Let's try it again, Democrats. Hey, what's the worst thing that could possibly happen? Yay. We have no ideas. We've tried nothing, and we're all out of ideas, folks. Let's just do the same loser shit that was 100% ineffective before. Let's pick the worst candidates and just run them. Let's see what happens, America. You don't deserve any better. And hey, if they do this, we don't. I guess they're right. And that is my trash world for tonight. Let's lose over and over again. It's almost like they're doing it on purpose. Crazy as shit. And what else? Kitty porn, as always. They been porn back there? You're fucking horny as shit, man. Cats. Don't even get me started about these disgusting fucking porno cats. The most progressive candidates like AOC need to run. Yep, her and Bernie Sanders. Bernie needs to run as obviously the vice president because he's too old, I guess. But whatever. And all right, moving along, folks. Got a quick Free Palestine. And you guys will never believe this, but I still have not recreated the intro. Free Palestine. I know. I was supposed to write my book. I promised after I wrote my book, I was going to redo all the graphics of the show. I am worthless. I apologize. You know what? I'm not mad at myself. I'm just ashamed. And first off, on the Free Palestine, our tax dollars at work. Here's Israeli soldiers blowing up a building in Gaza for a gender reveal.
Why?
Yay!
Why?
Congratulations, it's a terrorist. And yep, hey, they got endless money from the suckers and losers in America. Why wouldn't they spend, well, it's probably what, $50,000 for their gender reveal from our taxpayer money? It's not like they have to pay for it, it's us, baby. You got these inbred cavemen given modern weapons. What do you expect these fucking inbred dipshits to do with it? These are the people that rule us. And then speaking of the people that rule us, here's your typical IDF soldier. I killed a boy. I don't even save the army. Only that. Do you think about it? So funny, murdering children. It's hard to think about it now. Hey, it's not hard to laugh. At the time, I would think about it a lot, but out of sight, out of mind, baby. Now we just laugh about it. So funny. As much as one can. Now it's just there, like a part of me, the child murder. Here's our masters, folks. I would go home on leave, and I would call my girlfriend in the army. Sivan, it's not coming off. Won't come off, Rotin. You don't understand. I keep trying with soap. Won't come off, Robin. The blood off my hands. Woo! Murdering children is hilarious. Best thing I ever did. I like to go home and talk to my girlfriends, and we laugh and laugh about the innocent children we murdered. Yep. Seems bad. Seems grim, America. Oh, well. Hey, and did you guys hear about them trying to assassinate Greta Thunberg? Yeah, you'd think this would be a bigger story, but I guess not, folks.
Right now we are in international waters of the coast of Malta, and there is the boat Conscience that last night was attacked by 2 drones on its mission to deliver desperately needed humanitarian aid to Gaza. We are seeing a systematic starvation of 2 million people, where not a single bottle of water has entered Gaza for almost 2 months. The world cannot be silent bystanders. This silence and passivity that we are seeing from most of the world is deadly. That is why every single one of us has a moral obligation to do everything.
Yeah, pretty crazy shit, folks. They murder Greta Thunberg live in front of everybody. Nothing will happen to them. And they will if they get a shot to send a message that nobody's fucking safe.
For the last week, we have been trying to start the voyage of the boat Conscience towards Gaza to deliver desperately needed humanitarian aid.
Literally the best among us, folks, heroes, and they're trying to kill them to set an example that you can't be decent in this world. You can't help people. You can't try to protect the innocents in this world, or else we're coming after you. The people that rule us, the people that our government are owned by, the evilest motherfucking sacks of shit in the goddamn planet.
And end the siege and open a humanitarian blockade. Right now, 2 million people are being deliberately starved by Israel in Gaza. And it is our responsibility as human beings to do everything in our power to try to demand an end to that. So that's why we are here.
And what's your reaction to this morning's incident?
This is yet another crystal clear example of how international law and human rights are being completely disrespected. Of course, we were incredibly worried for our comrades on the boat. I think many were shocked as well that this attack happened so close to an EU country. But of course, this is a very risky mission, and we had calculated many risks in the mission. But again, of course, yet another example of a failed attempt to deliver humanitarian aid to Gaza.
Yep. Can't have that. Can't help you helping the children out. Got to use our taxpayers to murder heroes the best among us. And speaking of the worst among us, these clips from Ethan Klein and ugly-ass Hassan Piker been going viral on the internet. And I can't help but notice that Hassan Piker and Ethan Klein have a slightly different view on how to take the Palestinian conflict. I'm not saying which one is better and which one is worse. I'm just going to play this and let's see if you guys can figure it out.
You seemingly have a lot of grievances not pertaining to the actual issue at hand, but
I don't know. The issue at hand is your behavior.
No, I think the issue at hand is the genocide.
Well, we seem to be coming at this from two different angles, which is great.
Yeah, let's just agree to disagree, which is great. I love the fact that I'm more concerned about what you're doing on your stream than I am with the mass murder of children. Hey, good on you, Hassan, for caring about children's lives. Whatever, okay? What's really important is your behavior, Hassan, all right? Yikes. Another guy who has a left-wing podcast, by the way. Him and Chunk Yogurt really representing progressive super well. And then another really popular streamer, this time Roach King, Asmongold. So this is what they're trying to do now. All the free speech absolutists are trying to get Hassan Piker banned. And it's not because he's hideously ugly either, which I would understand. It's because he's speaking out in favor of Palestinian children. He's trying to stop the mass murder of children. And you can't have that, okay? Everybody knows freedom of speech is only for people saying the N-word. It's not for when you're trying to save children's lives.
Check Hassan's stream title. He's so happy. What is it? Houthis show the limit of the Iron Dome.
Okay. They did.
I'm going to be honest.
Go ahead.
I've been pretty reasonable about this for a long time. I think they should ban them.
Mm-hmm.
I do. This is expressing material support for a terrorist group that is targeting civilians.
This is a guy who supports Israel. A guy who supports Israel is saying that a guy who supports the Palestinian people should be banned for supporting a terrorist organization who attacks civilians. You can't make this shit up. No self-awareness whatsoever, folks. This guy will still swear all day long. He's a free speech absolutist. I may disagree with what you say, but I'll fight to the death for your right to say it. Nope. They don't give a shit. I told you guys this from day fucking one on the show. These free speech absolutists, it's only a reason to platform Nazis. It doesn't apply to you. It only applies to them and their ilk.
And has killed people. I have been very reasonable about this for a very long period of time.
The guy who supports the terrorist organization of Israel. Been so reasonable.
But we have crossed into the threshold of, in plain English, supporting a terrorist organization that is actively attacking civilians. This is totally unreasonable.
You think? Who
There's
would do
no
that?
justification for this.
We're all trying to find out who's responsible for this.
There's no way that this is okay.
You're right.
It's on video.
I agree with every word you're saying, just not about Hassan.
I think that if Twitch doesn't do something about it, Amazon needs to find out that this is happening.
Gonna call you daddy.
This is a crazy level of extremism that should not be anywhere.
They've murdered tens of thousands of innocent children. They've flattened all of Palestine. They're literally starving them right now. They're trying to kill Greta Thunberg for carrying aid over there. This guy, 100% in support of all of it.
Where on the platform. And again, if Twitch wants to say that they care about free speech and they're going to let him say that, that's fine. But I want to be able to do a number of other things too myself.
I want to say the N-word, okay? If a Hassan can advocate for children not being murdered, then I can say the N-word. I'm just saying it's the same thing.
But if we have a rule set, and the rule set says you can't do this, then is it a rule set or not?
It's just so ridiculous. And all the right-wing influencers were going public trying to get Hassan banned. This time it was... I don't even know who the fuck this is, by the way. No, that's the same guy. This time it was Tectone. So apparently, Tectone, who is a popular right-wing influencer, has a father who is a sex pest, at the very least. So first off, Sports Skeeta trying to shit on Hassan Piker because this guy was attacking Hassan Piker, trying to get him banned. And so Hassan Piker brought up the guy's dad. And the only reason Hassan brought up the guy's dad because this guy was using his dad and his dad's military service to try to get Hassan Piker banned. He was basically going, my daddy didn't fight in the military for people like Hassan Piker to go on the internet and give the Houthis a shout out. Nope. So he was trying to use his dad's military service to get Hassan Piker banned because that's what you do, folks. When you're a free speech absolutist, when you believe the military fought for our rights and our freedoms like the First Amendment, the first thing you do is try to use their military service to take away our rights and freedoms. But it turns out the guy's dad was rapey. The father in question was convicted on 14 counts of sexual harassment, keeping pornography on military computer, and assaulting 5 women. He was so horrified that there is something called the Spire Bill introduced after him to protect military rape victims. So, of course, the guy immediately goes on his stream and starts crying, folks. Starts blaming Hassan Piker for the fact that he can never bring his dad up on his stream again. Not blaming his dad for, being a rapey sex pest. Got to blame Hassan Piker for telling the truth about it. And they're always the victims, folks. This is MAGA 101. Never responsible for anything. Everybody else to blame for everything. They're always a fucking victim.
I suppose, due to this all being resurfaced by Hassan,
I'm fucking Hassan. Tell the truth about my daddy.
I suppose I will no longer
talk about my rapey
be
daddy.
Interacting with my father in any way, shape, or form on my stream.
After the stream is over, it's all fucking good. We gonna go to IHOP and have some pancakes and just talk about all the women he sexually harassed. But on the stream, I can't do it no more because of Hassan and how ugly he is.
Or my content.
I'm an alpha male, y'all.
The past 24 hours have been very shocking.
So shocking.
It has been.
All right, die. Just die, okay? You're obviously too depressed, too much of an emotional mess to live, so, make other arrangements. Not saying that suicide is the only option, just saying it's an option, Think outside the box, I'm just saying, okay? And meanwhile, Hitler send $8 trillion to Israel. You got it, boss. They ain't got a fucking problem with this, yo. They ain't got a problem with murdering all the children, yo. But don't you call out my rapey daddy. Hell to the no. Did you guys see this week's embarrassment from Zionist murder apologist Senator John Fetterman? This is what a incredible man, baby. So I read you guys the article that came out last week, talking about what an insane piece of pro-Israeli shit this guy is. How he continuously talks about just murdering all Palestinians around his campaign office. And even his wife is aghast, trying to get anybody she can to help him and help her push back against him. Well, this week, Karen Fetterman refused to wear his seatbelt properly on a plane. So the whole flight got held up because of his brain-dead ogre ass.
Okay, it needs to be visible for the crew at all times. That's not an us thing. That's a federal regulation. So it's okay. It's okay. Okay, it's okay, but it just has to be visible to the crew at all times. It's a federal regulation, so if your seatbelt's on, it just has to be visible. And right now, it's not visible. have an extender if you'd like that. It'll make it bigger so it can go outside of your sweatshirt. Would that work? Sir, if you want to go to Pittsburgh, it's simple. You have to follow our instructions, but you're going to ask to get off here. We're not asking much. Let it happen.
But I'm a Zionist. The rules don't apply to me.
Like, all that we need is to be able to see your seatbelt at all times. Okay, what's a federal regulation? So if I don't make you do it, then I get in trouble. And I don't want to get in trouble because I like my job.
But I am the law. Put his ass on a no-fly list. Fuck that guy. Good God. Meanwhile, over in Germany, the head of Germany's domestic intelligence agency, Thomas Halderwang, is wearing a tie covered in the Star of David because they want you to know who rules them. They want you to know who they work for, and it ain't fucking you. Every intelligence agency works for the same people, and it ain't their government. And last but not least, I will say I have my problems with the Pope. I think he was the leader of the largest cabal of boy rapists and child rapists, not just boys, and people rapists. In the history of mankind, not a good lot to want to be the leader of, but I will hand, if this part is true, pretty cool of him. Pope Francis' Pope Mobile to be converted to mobile health clinic for Gaza children. It was his final wish. They're never going to do that. Israeli gonna bomb that fucking Pope Mobile first thing to make an example. It don't matter who the shit you are. And then they'll say, oopsies, hey, it was an accident. We're looking into it. We didn't mean to do it. And nobody will give a shit. Nobody will care. But their message will have been sent loud and clear. That's what they do to everybody. So never gonna happen. But I guess a good gesture if that's fucking true. And that is my Free Palestine for this evening. Kick his ass off. Yeah, I wish. But he's a senator. The rules don't apply to him. Does he really trust today's planes? I don't. But I guess he made it, so no happy ending there. Kids in the aisle. Yeah, let's see if I can touch one. Hey, baby. Yeah, I touched you. I touched you. Don't swat me. Don't you swat me. Don't you do it. And, all right, we're along, folks. No 3 hours tonight. We're going to be done in about 30 minutes. Most of this down here is the after party. Got a big after party tonight. But the rest of the show got religious bullshit from here. You can't even see it. Religious bullshit from here to here. Then we got a what the fuck tonight from here to here. And then a Beyond Parody right here to here. And then two heroes. So get your super chats in if you want to help out the only news program in the entire metaverse. But for now, it's time for everybody's favorite segment. Religious bullshit, religious bullshit, religious bullshit. It's time for religious bullshit. It is time for religious bullshit. Boom goes the dynamite, and folks, they finally caught one. MAGA youth pastor, a youth pastor? I had to look this up to make sure it was true, and apparently it is. They got a youth pastor this time. MAGA youth pastor arrested on child porn charges. Goldsboro, North Carolina, a children's ministry pastor at Raleigh Church was arrested Tuesday following an investigation into the distribution of child sexual abuse material in Wake Forest police. Oh no, who could have seen this coming? And well, that's one for Christian Nightmares. I love these kind of videos, y'all. They're thirst trap videos. I guess this guy thinks he's sexy. But I love these videos where they literally do nothing, but they pretend like they've done something amazing. Like they're fucking heroes for doing this. So this guy says, because I love America. Keep in mind, he's only doing this because he loves America. He's not doing this because this entire video is focused on him and he wants the attention so bad he can't fucking see straight. No. He's a fucking hero that loves this goddamn country. And that's the only reason he's making this video. Don't you disparage this man. Because I love America and care about people's souls in this country. This fucking patriot, this man of God loves you so much that he made this video for you. Here we go. Oh my God, what? No, he didn't. He used his real life magical powers to place a hedge of protection around America in Jesus' mighty name. The spirit of Allah will never, never corrupt and infest our country like it has the UK. And goddamn it, thank you, fucking hero. Holy shit. This man, he could have just kept his magical powers to himself, but he didn't. He loved this country so much that he was like, booyah, America! No more Muslim shit for us! And thank you, you man of God. Finally, someone doing what it takes to keep our country safe. I salute you, man. I'm glad this wasn't just like some nothing bullshit that you did to make yourself feel better. You know, actually, you know, if you really think about it, this is actually worse than doing nothing, because literally you've done nothing, but you convince yourself you did something, which is way worse than doing nothing at all. Whatever. Then all religious bullshit. Oh, yeah. Hey, here's the people who rule us, the highest political bodies in the land. Michigan GOP co-chair babbles in tongues at church of time-traveling self-prophet. Nice. I am the co-chair of the Michigan Republican Party, so I am in charge of the entire state of Michigan. Yes, she said that. Anyway. Oh, this is Robin Bullock. This is Silly Ray Cyrus. Robin Bullock. I know you guys have missed him. Let's have a very short look.
So I want Sister Bernadette. People don't know. I want you to tell your office so that everyone understands what you're about to do.
Yes. So I am the co-chair for the Michigan Republican Party.
Oh, goody.
So I'm in charge of the entire state of Michigan as far as co-chair.
Girl.
So God has given me that authority and that mantle
You didn't.
to speak
Oh, good.
to that state in the name of Jesus. And I'll say to you, precious one, Amber, what the Lord said to me. He said, you bring who you are in that office. And that's what you're going to do. You're going to bring who you are into the political arena. So we take,
Amber.
and you, Amber,
Stand up
because
straight,
God
put your
is
shoulders back.
elevating you into that arena.
Not elevating your posture.
Like the Holy Ghost said yesterday.
Oh, the Holy Ghost, y'all.
You'll speak to nations. You'll speak to governors. You'll speak to ambassadors. You'll speak to kings and queens. Because God has anointed you, and he has appointed you in this office.
He needs to stretch that
In
spine.
the name of Jesus.
In the name of Jesus.
In the name of Jesus.
Name of Jesus. Oh, serious shit from our elected leaders, y'all. Baby talk. It's what's for dinner, and then it's wild, folks, to see the things that I told you guys that were going to happen like 6-7 years ago when I first started this podcast. One of the first things I told you guys is the plan is to funnel all the tax dollars they can into private Christian schools. The biggest giveaway of public funds to Christianity since they gave them tax exempt status. This is what is going to happen. This is what they plan to do. This is what they're setting in motion to do. And this is what they are going to do, and now they've done it. Abbott signs bill allocating $1 billion for Christian schools. Yep. Who could have seen this coming? Yeah, boy, Dusty saw it coming. And one more to finish this guys out with. Guess who's having financial trouble? You're never going to believe it. Jim Baker going bankrupt. And y'all, I believe him. Now, yeah, he said this 1,000,000 times, okay? If you don't give him money instantly, he's going to die of poverty. We all know it's true. This time he looks really sincere, and he means it, y'all, so you better break out your pocketbooks.
If they foreclose on this ministry, they will take my house, too.
Take his house, y'all.
I will be in the street.
He's going to be
But that won't happen. God's too big for
But
that.
I don't care. I mean,
He doesn't care.
I've never been in the street.
He doesn't give a shit, y'all, so don't even send him money because he doesn't even care. He's not going to ask for any money.
But I've never seen the righteous forsaken or a seed out begging for bread. That's you.
Amen.
Amen. Yeah.
That's you.
I don't know. It's not me. Pretty sure.
God will stand with you if you stand with him.
No thanks. I'm just not
That's
into
why
him.
it's important that you obey God. And I need about 1,000 people that will give right now.
1,000 people,
Some
y'all.
can maybe not give the $1,000, but you can give $100.
He needs 1,000 people to give him $1,000, y'all. That's all he needs. A cool $1 million. Do you want this guy to be homeless? I know I don't. So immediately give this guy $1,000, please. You fucking morons. Good God. And that is my religious bullshit for this evening. Jesus don't let up poor people. Jesus literally hates the poor people. Haven't you listened to the prosperity gospel? Get it right. And eat your buckets. So delicious. So delicious. The buckets. Apparently he's not selling as many buckets as he thought he was going to. Guys better go buy buckets of slop from this guy before they take his house. And all right, moving along, folks. Wonder if I have this intro still up. I do, yay! What the fuck? WTF question mark, WTF exclamation point. Did you guys hear about them thwarting a giant bomb plot at a Lady Gaga concert? This is what they claim. Brazilian police said on Sunday, that they had thwarted a bomb attack planned for Lady Gaga's historic concert that drew over 2 million people. 2 million people! That's too many people, Lady Gaga. At the Copacabana Beach in Rio de Janeiro on Saturday, the civil police of Rio de Janeiro state, working in coordination with the Justice Ministry, said the plot was orchestrated by a group promoting hate speech and the radicalization of teenagers, including self-harm and violent content as a form of social belonging. And I don't believe a word of this. I think the cops are lying, y'all. Lady Gaga's people said they didn't hear a goddamn thing about this. They didn't warn them. But look at this concert. Holy God. Lady Gaga putting the asses in seats. You go, Lady Gaga. That's a lot of motherfuckers out there. Too many, you might say. You guys can't even see the stage. What is the point of being out there? Just a sea of people. Can you imagine the BO? Oh, hell no. I'll just stay at home and listen to it on my goddamn music player. And that on the trash world. Oh, my God, this one pissed me off. Did you guys hear about this story? About this guy who ended up in jail for 45 days because he's brown, because some white lady accused him of doing something that he obviously did not do, but who gives a shit? A white lady accuses you of doing something, so you got to go to jail for 45 days. Here's a multi-million-dollar lawsuit to further bankrupt the idiots of this country, and good, bankrupt us, baby.
Imagine being in jail knowing you didn't do something, and then having a video that shows you didn't do anything, but hearing that your government is still going to keep you in jail?
This security footage shows a woman identified in a police report as 26-year-old Caroline Miller on a mobility scooter with her 2 kids. Miller told police that an Indian man approached her and grabbed her 2-year-old son and pulled him away.
No, 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 what are you doing? What are you doing? And I got him back, and then he just stared at me and then goes, "Oh, I just wanted to get him out of your lap so you could get up and help me." Which was weird. That didn't make any sense. And then he just walked off.
That man was eventually identified as 56-year-old Mahendra Mik Patel, a real estate investor, retired engineer, husband, and father of 2. Police arrested him and charged him with kidnapping of a minor, assault, and battery.
How has this happened? You know, how was he even arrested?
Merchant provided NBC News with over 9 hours of surveillance video from various cameras inside that Walmart. In the video, you can see Patel approach Miller. According to the police report, Miller says Patel asked her where the Tylenol was. Merchant says that as Miller stands up to point to where the Tylenol was, her 2-year-old son slips from her lap. Patel says he tried to help stabilize the toddler. The video shows Patel walking off, and he's later seen approaching Miller one more time to show her that he found the Tylenol. She appears to give him a thumbs up. Now, almost 45,000 people have signed a Change.org petition calling for justice
We're in trouble,
for
guys.
Patel.
Yeah, we're all fucking trouble in this fucking country. Holy shit. White woman tears. Better than fucking camera video footage, apparently. And yep. Spent 45 days in jail, accused of trying to abduct a child at Walmart. A judge granted bond after lawyers showed the video. And yep. Another multi-million-dollar lawsuit paid by the idiots and suckers of this fucking country. And we deserve it, folks. We deserve it for allowing this white supremacy to infect every goddamn aspect of our society. What do you expect? Yep, I'm confused. Nothing to be confused about. It's pretty simple. Gaga is great at the Paris Olympics, too. I like Gaga. Hasn't had like any real good music in a while that I care for, but she seems like a great person. And actually a really good actress, too. Surprisingly, very good and very competent at everything she's been in. Not looking at you, Joker. And, all right, moving right along, folks. Last chance to get your super chats in. Gonna finish you guys off with a reach around. heroes from the Good Liars have what I believe is a new clip. We'll see. Anyway, let's see what this brain genius has to say for himself.
What does that mean to you, Trump 2028?
It means that President Trump could be our president again.
Does it bother you that it's in the Constitution, that it's one of the amendments that he can't do 3 terms?
No. Well, maybe the amendment could be changed with Congress. You know, it's possible. So let's see what happens.
Would you be okay with the Second Amendment being changed?
The only thing I want about the Second Amendment to be changed for would be to, like voter ID. Just make sure that they have IDs for people that are.
What the fuck is that doing with the Second Amendment? He literally has no idea what he fucking talking about in any way, of course.
I'm asking about guns. If the right for Americans to keep and bear arms were taken away, would that be okay?
No, absolutely not.
Of course
So
not.
what's the difference between that amendment and the other one that you just...
I don't give a shit about the other one. I want Trump to violate the Constitution and be a dictator for life, but he better not take my guns unless Trump is doing it, which I'm fine with.
Want removed.
Because one of them creates a policy, and the other one is a original. You see, the change was not the original right of our country in the policy. It was not the originally in the Constitution 2 terms. It came in.
Yeah, you know what else wasn't in the Constitution? Women getting the vote and black folks being human beings.
Later at a later time. Okay.
Right, the Second Amendment is an amendment to the Constitution. You don't seem like you're stuck on all the amendments necessarily. So I'm asking if you'd be okay tossing out the Second Amendment.
No.
No.
I wouldn't be.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, don't try to find any logic in my bullshit. No logic to be found. It's just all diarrhea. And of course it's happening, folks. Apparently Trump has a new streaming service, and one of the #1 videos being shared on Trump's new streaming service is a video which claims we are all being ruled by lizard men. Lizard man, why wouldn't we have a president pushing this kind of bullshit? Less than 2 minutes into the movie, the narrator makes a shocking claim. The evidence we are about to present to you has the potential to rewrite thousands of years of human history. It will present evidence that suggests ancient serpent or lizard-like aliens came to Earth thousands of years ago. We'll also present evidence that these ancient aliens are still among us today, and I believe it. How else do you explain America voting for Donald Trump? It's gotta be the lizards! And David Icke, really happy right now. Our president shilling whatever David Icke says, and then you think Laura Loomer would catch the hint, but nah. So Laura Loomer complaining that Donald Trump has literally hired her multiple times, yet nobody in the White House is taking it seriously.
White House vetting crisis continued. Now, this is a new segment on my show. I've been doing it for the last...
Anyway, let me just read it to save you from Purge Mass voice. Look, I have literally been hired by Donald Trump 4 times, okay? 4 times the president has hired me on a different occasion to work for him, to do vetting and to do research, and for some reason, I'm not working in the White House or working for the President of the United States despite his directives to his staff to hire me because, well, his staff do not listen to him. His staff defy his authority. Only, hey, maybe this is what's happening. Maybe you're sucking his dick. And he's like, yeah, Laura. Yeah, I'll give you all kinds of job, Laura. And then he has post-nut clarity. The minute you're out of his fucking office, he's like, keep that bitch away from me. Then the next time he wants a blowy, he gets your dumb ass right back in there because you don't seem to have any fucking class. So what do you expect? Quit sucking a dude's dick. Quit swallowing the low purge mask. He never gonna hire you. And hey, like milk, there's always a fucking tweet, y'all. Imagine your manhood, your masculinity being so fragile that this is the kind of bullshit you sit around and think about. Matt Walsh says, identifying yourself as a girl dad is super cringe and corny. Also a weird way to try to inoculate yourself against claims of sexism or whatever. I have both boys and girls. I'm not a girl dad or a boy dad. I'm just a dad. Yeah. Are you a real man? You better not say you're a girl dad, or else you're probably some kind of pedophile rapist just trying to cover up. You know what? In my opinion, this is not me talking. This is Matt Walsh talking. In my opinion, everybody who says that they're a girl dad is definitely a pedo and a woman abuser. Here's Matt Walsh from 2020. Can confirm being a girl dad is a great blessing. What? You are the ones you're looking for. You in the mirror, the call is coming from the house. Matt Walsh. Oh, well, nobody cares. let's hear about, oh yeah, this guy won't get a vaccine, but I'll have them put botulism in his face.
That's the... Make your mean face and relax.
Get that full MAGA treatment. I would hate to put poisons in my body. And why do you do this, MAGA? Just grow old gracefully. This so weird purge mask thing's not a good look. Yeah, it didn't help. It didn't help.
People that have done this
even worse.
Probably won't.
Good God. Meanwhile, how is this real life, folks? Here's Nancy Mace posted this herself with her carrot face. All gender restroom, guys. I had to stand out front of it like a Karen and make a face. I can't believe they have an all gender restroom. You know who else has an all gender restroom? Everybody on earth. We all have all gender restrooms in our fucking house. Who gives a shit? And also, this restroom is for handicapped people. Sometimes they have neutral bathrooms with big stalls that you can lock the door behind yourself and have plenty of room. It's way better than having stalls in smaller bathrooms. Like you don't have enough room to have a big, full handicap stall in both the men's bathroom and the women's bathroom. A good alternative is to have one unisex bathroom so that the handicapped people can have a place to go and not feel cooped up and shit. It's actually great, of course, but no, she must have a conniption fit every time she's on flights. Every fucking flight has this. But of course, they have to say trans over and over and over again because it melts people's brains. This is why we can have nice things. This is why America's collapsing, y'all. We are the worst. And new thing they're all pissed about, I guess, Civilization 7. It's not realistic anymore, y'all. Civilization 7, which you can literally play Gandhi as a dictator using nuclear weapons. True story. But no, they got a black woman. A black woman. You can play as a black woman commanding Mongols. The woke has ruined this game where Gandhi can have nukes. What? I can't believe they had a white woman. Apparently they're all mad at the new Grand Theft Auto game that's coming out next year too, because it has a Mexican girl in it or something. I'm not really sure who can keep up with the fake outrage this week. Always something with the whiny piss baby snowflakes. And that is my Beyond Parody for this evening. All her posts are MAGA parent, and of course, that's what works in this country. We're too dumb to exist, y'all. Nancy Manser. Sounds like somebody that controls the dead. The handicap bathrooms always have been, generally, sometimes they have like stalls, but usually, the separate bathrooms are neutral. And all right, folks, last chance to get your super chats in. And who loves overtime? We did it. Overtime, just for you guys tonight. Everybody loves overtime. So, hey, talking to you, reward me for overtime. And now, it's time for some Billy Bowie and a couple heroes. We could be heroes just for one day. And today's today. And big ups to the Salt Lake City geniuses who adopted the Rainbow City flag in order to evade new state ban on pride flags. This is the way to flip the script on them. Salt Lake City adopted 3 new city flags Tuesday, an effort to circumvent a new Utah law that effectively banned flying LGBTQ pride flag and other flags at public buildings in the state. Mayor Aaron Mendenhall, hero, a Democrat, presented the proposal to the city council, which adopted it as its meeting Tuesday night. It incorporates the city's flag to designs celebrating Juneteenth, LGBTQ rights, and trans rights. Yeah, that's the serious shit they're tackling in Utah, folks, trying to ban flags. As the whole goddamn country burns around us, you gotta shit on trans people because that's what's working for them. One of the proposed flags, dubbed the Single Belonging Flag, is intended to honor the city's LGBTQ residents, while another, which officials call the Sago Visibility Flag, is intended to recognize the city's trans community, trans rights. The third proposed flag, dubbed the Sago Celebration Flag, is intended to honor the city's black residents, BLM, as well as the history surrounding the Juneteenth holiday, the greatest thing America ever did, the number one thing worthy of celebration, the freeing of the slaves. I'm here for it, and big ups to you, Salt Lake City heroes. And last but not least on tonight's heroes list, big ups to the voters in Australia. You did it. So they followed Canadians' lead. Apparently, the right-wingers want to take over the entire goddamn globe. Fascism was on the move, but then Donald Trump got elected, and he ruined everything. He made everybody be nationalist against America. Everybody fucking hates America now. So the right-wingers who were once a shoo-in are getting the short end of the stick. Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese's centre-left Labour Party was projected to win elections, broadcasters said on Saturday, in a comeback against once resurgent conservatives powered by concerns about the influence of U.S. President Donald Trump. So hell yeah, you future motherfuckers. A big shout out to you guys. Even the cat's going to give you a big shout out. Stay strong, Australia. Australia actually seems pretty cool, y'all. Have to go somewhere. Might be Australia. Although it's expensive. I looked it up. And apparently it's more expensive to live with criminals in Australia than it is to live with criminals in America. And I'm just saying, pick your poison. And all right. That's my show, folks. Hell yeah, we did it. But guess what? We still got another 20, 30 minutes in the after party coming up. So my job ain't done. If you know, you know. Get your tickets now. Go sign up to my Patreon. Do it. You'll feel better. It'll make you feel warm and fuzzy. Look, that cat needs you. That cat needs you. This cute-ass cat needs you to become a patron. Emotional blackmail. Do it. And if you bail out, folks, please hit the like button before you go. It's very important. Please leave comments. If you're watching on the replay, type a comment and hit the button because the algorithm loves comments. But most importantly, hey, there's a thanks thing where you can donate. You click a thanks $sign on. You can donate like money in the thanks. If you don't want to give YouTube money, go send me a tip on my PayPal. PayPal is in the description of this video. Look at the description of the video. All the descriptions of all my videos have all the ways you can help out the show. So no excuses not to. And all right, let's read the super chats, and then we'll do a quick kitty party. And then we're going to go to the after party. So many parties tonight. Hello, Mr. Anderson. Fuck yeah. Super cool, Mr. Anderson. Get 5 tickets. As he do. Good to see you tonight, Mr. Anderson. Thank you. You fucking hero. Overtime pay. Fuck yeah, you did it, V. I asked. You came through. Darnaz 12. $5. Thank you, Dusty. Even though the world is dark, you are a bright light in America. I do talk fast. At least I talk fast. Got to give me that. Megavax are bad for your health. I need my beer. I know, right? Smoke another cigarette. You get botulism injected in my face. No vaccines, though. Love the kitties. Fuck the kitties. But thanks you, ISO 1010. Gaga is a side of school. What? No! You ruined Gaga! You ruined Gaga! I didn't even give a shit about Gaga, but now I give a shit even less. Fuck her. Wings of Shoe. $5. Dick Tone didn't even to crocodile tears, right? He stopped the upset crying act too fast. Literally right after that, he jokes about being a crybaby bitch. I mean, he is a crybaby bitch. At least he may be slightly self-aware. Good to know. Charles H. $5. I'm really tired of both the left and the right in the mainstream combining Palestinians with Hamas. It's evil. Yeah, they're doing it on purpose to dehumanize the Palestinian people and make us okay with paying for their genocide. Both sides complete shit on this fucking issue. And neither one of them going to save you. Keep fighting the good fight, Dusty. Appreciate you. Yeah, I appreciate you, V. Good to see you tonight. Dusty, about Disney, many content creators are defending so-called China's racism by hiding Finn from Star Wars posters, despite John Boyega is a huge star there and with no evidence to back it up. All right, I guess I did hear about that back in the day, but I didn't actually look it up to see if it was true or not. So thank you for the correction on that, Charles H. Bigots! Saving this live for my drive to Toronto. Hey, thanks. Hey, thank you. Enjoy listening on your drive. You got a good 2.5 hours to listen to. Hey, you got 30 more minutes if you sign up to my after party. Do it. My wife wants a divorce. Got it in a wise logic. What did you do? Why does she want a divorce? I mean, I wouldn't worry about it. I got divorced and I'm completely fine. You know, you don't need another person to complete you. You're happiest if you are enough. You complete yourself. You are an entire individual of your own. You don't need another half to make you whole. So you'll be completely fucking fine. Don't worry about it. And if you want her back, work on yourself as an individual. Work on being somebody that doesn't need her, somebody that stands on your own without her, and that'll make you much more attractive to her if you really want her back. Thank you. I am 2FlyCam. Frogman of Loveland. My wife already read that. That was Frogman. I read the wrong name. Massachusetts will protect PBS. We will not go quietly. Hell yeah. A big bird for the win. Welcome to Dust Buddies. Tyler Lion. Be sure to show up at tonight's after party. You got a ticket now. And Ivy Evans gave 10. I think I already said this, but if you got your ticket from Ivy Evans, please give her your love. What's up, Amy G? All right, I read everything else. Anything else pop up? Love y'all. Stay safe. Love you. Rocksville FM. Good to see you tonight. And hey, thank you everybody tonight. I sure do appreciate you guys, and I will be back Friday, it's Wednesday, Friday. I think I forget what day it was. Friday, the day after tomorrow. Please mark it on your calendars. Be sure to show up live, folks. The ratings are dropping. It is very disheartening. Hardly able to get by these days doing the show anymore. The left is dead. Nobody wants to support anymore. Everybody's supporting the right. The right has complete information control, complete dominance. I don't know what to fucking do. I'm doing the best I can here. Share the shows. Support it while you can. That's all I can say. And all right, let's do a quick kitty party. Guess what I'm playing tonight, folks? I deleted this song because I was afraid it'd get me banned, and I brought it back from the dead. This is Stretch Your Neck, an original song by Dusty Smith. Yeah. All right, motherfuckers.
Yo, billionaires, are you feeling stressed? All that greed got you feeling compressed. No worries, we've got the perfect cure. A bespoke solution, timeless and pure. You've climbed so high, built your gold towers, ruling the world with your unchecked powers. But there's one last service that you'll respect. It's high society's finest. Stretch your neck. Step right up. It's the ultimate ride. No golden parachutes, no place to hide. Custom fitted, oh what the heck. Relax, unwind, we'll stretch your neck. You drained the world, every dime, every drop, while the rest begged mercy. You couldn't stop, but we're here to help. Call it poetic care, a final ascent to thin, rarefied air. Gold rope swing with an elegant gleam, a VIP send off, living the dream. It's your last investment, no buyer's regret. Your legacy secured. Stretch your neck. Oh, the view from the top, isn't it grand? As you dangle above the wasteland, silken noose with the platinum clasp for the lifestyle you lived, an ironic gasp. You wanted it all, now you're lighter than air, floating high above with the elite's despair. No need to fight it, we'll handle the rest. This is luxury justice, only the best. Step right up, it's the ultimate ride. No golden parachutes, no place to hide. Custom fitted, oh what the heck. Relax, unwind, we'll stretch your neck. So sign on the line, your time is due. This service is tailored just for you. The end comes quick, no need to inspect. It's our pleasure, really will stretch your neck.
Switch over now. Thanks, Eric J. Step right up.